Hey everybody, welcome to the first webinar for the wedding season challenge. Just give me one in the chat box if you can hear me and you can see my screen. You should see the forum on the screen right now. Hey, everybody okay? Cool. And now, let me know where you're calling in from. Hey, Malaysia, oh boy. Wow, right around the world there. Cool. India, Singapore, Boston, Toronto, BC, Calgary. What else we got? California, you're up early. Well, what time is it in Malaysia? Give me that one. It's like 10:04 a.m. here. What time is it there? (10 p.m.) Oh, so exact opposite. Cool. Very cool. All right. So this one is the first one. So what we're going to do on the webinar today is we're going to research kind of products, and I'm going to show you how to organize them. So, but we're going to do something a little bit different too. We're going to make it interactive with the forum. So this time I'm going to go into the challenge, and you guys can go in there too if you want. And we're going to say this, possible niches within the wedding niche. So I'm going to put this, I'm doing something different. I'm live right now, right now on the webinar, and I'm going to list a bunch of niches within the niche that we can target for the wedding season. I'll edit this as, or actually, if you have any I missed, post them below too. So let's start. Okay, so I'm gonna post this. I'm just gonna edit it. Let's wait 78 seconds. Oh, why am I on a time delay? I gotta fix that. Okay, so I'll post that, and then we're gonna go here and we're gonna dive right in. So let's start with wedding season. What do people spend on a wedding? So in Canada, about $29,450. In the US, about $33,900. So, and that's on average. So there are people that spend a lot more. There are people that spend a lot less. But the thing is, there's a bunch of gifts all in between that we can actually purchase and give to each other. So what are the niches within there? So the husband or the groom can give a gift to the bride can give a gift to the groom. Okay, so we can do that one. So here I'll go bride to groom, and then groom to bride. And then what else we got? Rhyme some off here if you guys have any ideas. We'll put bride to maid of honor, groom to best man, bride to wedding party, groom to, wait, I'll put this bridesmaids, grooms to groomsmen, and that's just the bride and groom, right? And I'm probably missing some too because, actually, let's reorganize this. Let's go like this. From the bride, we'll go to groom, to maid of honor, to bridesmaids, to mother, to father, to mother-in-law, to father-in-law. Okay, and then we'll just copy pretty much the same. Let's get rid of that. And then check this out. From the groom to bride to best man to Groomsmen. So right there, we've got, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Times 2 is 14 different possible sub-niches within the niche, and that's just bride and groom. These are the ones that are easiest to target by far, but we can go beyond that too. So we can go like this, and we can go from the mom. Then you can go to daughter-in-law, to daughter, and then you go to son-in-law, like so, and then you can go, because they're buying a gift for their kids or their new in-laws. So let's just make that organized a little bit better. And then from the dad, same thing. Now, we'll put this up here. Easiest targeting is that. Harder targeting is that. Now, easiest meaning like on Facebook, we can easily post that. So there we go. So now you guys can actually respond to that and post anything you want live on the webinar if you want. But it gives us a really, really good start. So from a Facebook point of view, the way that we're going to target these people is very simply if they're engaged. So you go here, and let's just go into an old one. Doesn't matter which one. This is an old account. And we'll just go into an ad set. And I just want the targeting. So this was from a Mother's Day one, but it doesn't matter. What I want to get is United States, all 1865. I'm going to remove Mother's Day. Because look at this targeting. If we're going engaged, so you got engagement as a relationship status, and then you put men. So now you've got 2.1 million men who are engaged in the US. So what do you sell to them? From the groom, to the bride, to the best man, to the groomsmen, to the mother, to the father, to the mother-in-law, to the father-in-law. There's 7 options of gifts that you could buy. Now, that's just targeting. Product-wise, you're wide open. You could do a mug, you could do a tumbler, you could do a necklace, you could do a message card, you can do a whole bunch of different things. So I am going to get into some research on exactly what to do, but I just wanted you guys to see that. It's not just from a wedding point of view, like somebody buying a gift for the married couple. That's not what we're talking about. We're going way beyond that. Okay, I hope you guys get that. So now we've got that set up. I'm going to wait for some feedback from everybody in there, and then I'll add to this list because I'm sure you guys have other ideas that I didn't think of. So now we're going to create our sheet. So go to Google Sheets, go here, and we're going to start our research. So we're going to call this Name Your Sheet. You guys are going to do this too. Wedding Season Challenge 2020. And then we're going to start with our first column, the image, because we're going to do screenshots, right? The quote. And then we can do a niche. Or we can do sub-niche. We'll call it that. Because we know it's wedding. And then the status. Then we're just going to highlight all that. We're going to bold it. We're going to turn it to white. And we're going to turn the background to black. And then we're going to make that. Well, actually, we'll expand this in a second. So now, this is going to be kind of your home base for research. So what you're going to want to do is fill this sheet up with as many ideas as you possibly can. So let's go back here to our little guide here, and we'll say, okay, so from the groom to the bride, let's try and find something. Let's just go to Google. Groom to bride. Oh, look at that. Gifts. And then we can go through all these, look at this, all the shopping. These are shopping ads on the right. And these are your Google search ads, which I can show you how to do too. Shopping, we need a store to do shopping, but we can do search ads for sure. So groom to bride gift in any participating store. That's Etsy. Okay, so let's go open in a new tab. First result is Etsy advertising this. And look at this. Holy crap. We just hit the mother load. So you'll notice a lot of these are message cards, and we can do these message cards. So let's just click the first one. Only 2 available, and it's in one person's basket. Okay, so have a look. To my beautiful bride, today I will marry the woman of my dreams, the future mother of my kids, my answered prayer, my best friend, my partner in crime, my biggest fan, my happily ever after. I promise to always be here for you, to hold your hand when you're scared, to hug you when you're tired, and to make you laugh when you're sad. Wow. Okay, cool. So I use a program called Snagit, and I'm going to snag it. So let's go like this. I'm going to capture, and I'll drag this over. This is what Snagit looks like. I'll go File, Save As, and up here I'm going to go to D Drive, Challenges, and New Folder, and this is going to be Wedding Season 2020. I'll go into my folder, and then I'm going to go a New Folder, Research, and then I'm going to go into that, I'm going to save it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my sheet, and I'm going to insert that image right here. Insert, image, image in cell, browse, challenges, and there we go. And it's super tiny, so I'm going to make it bigger so I can actually read it. So I'm just dragging these over. And then the quote, we can type that out. So it says, today, I'll marry the woman of dreams. I bet you this one sells really well too. What do you guys think? Give me a 1 if you think this will sell. And if you think like a groom could give this to his wife and like she'll cry. Oh sweetie, that's so beautiful. My crime, my biggest fan. Happily ever after. Promise to always be here for you, to hold your hand when you're full. Here's a long one. To hug you when you're tired, and to make you laugh when you're sad. Long one. Okay, so this one is going to be Groom to Bride. Status pending. Now, what do you do with that? Well, first thing you do, you don't copy it exactly. Okay, so you can do like to my beautiful bride. So actually, we should put this at the front. And the reason I type it out now is so that I don't have to later. Because if I have 50 of these and I go to order like 5, I don't want to have to do all the typing over again. I might as well just get it over with right now when I have it here. So to my beautiful bride, you don't have to do the exact wording. In fact, I encourage you to change it up. So be creative, be original, spin it a bit. Don't do the same design. Now this particular necklace, we can't sell. They don't have this one available. But on Shine On, we have a whole bunch of different heart-shaped ones that we could do. We could do an interlocking one or straight up, I think there's 2 versions of a heart one, and it just works perfect for this kind of thing. So I hope you guys are seeing that this can really, really kick butt. So somebody's saying, how is the seller doing a Shine On message box but a different jewelry than what Shine On has? This is not a Shine On message box. These people are doing their own. Shine On didn't invent this message box thing. Shine On actually went on Etsy and saw all these message cards and said, ooh, that's neat. So I can do that. You know, I mean, technically, look at the box. The box is totally different. Technically, you could do this on your own if you wanted. Go to AliExpress, order this necklace, which probably costs like $1 or $2. Go to AliExpress and buy these boxes, print out the cards, put them together, and ship them out. You could do it yourself, honestly. It would be a lot of work though if you get up to scale, but that's all Shine On is doing. They didn't invent the message card marketplace. It's been around for a long time. It's just whenever something gets super popular, A lot of companies jump on it, right? So that's all Shine On did. That's awesome though. Like I love this one. I think it's awesome. And let's go to the next one. So this is, does this have the same saying? Yeah, same saying, but they put a different one. Same store, different one. Oh, and down here too, when you're looking on Etsy, the shop rating is for the entire shop. Okay. If it has a product review rating, yeah, see this one? This one has reviews for the item 5. So this means that the entire shop has 2,295 reviews. This product alone has 5. And when a product has 5, you can multiply that by like probably 5 or 10 to get the actual sales that have happened, maybe even more, because not everybody leaves a review. But you can, when you're going through Etsy and you're looking at this, you see my new bride loved it, was not expecting it, but it really made the day extra special. Not too small, not too big. Compliment to her wedding dress. Holy crap, she wore it on her wedding dress. Thank you for getting it. So there you go. Let's go back here. This one is the same one. It's just got a different necklace. So let's go back. Masks. That's funny. Here's another one. That looks the same too. Yeah, I think they just took the same one. They put on a bunch of different love and gratitude. Yeah, they took the same quote, because obviously the quote's working, and they put it on a bunch of different necklaces. So what we can learn from that, just by looking at the Etsy results, is we can take the same quote and we can put it on a different design. And where have you guys heard that before? Oh, right. That's what I told you guys to do like a long time ago. If you have something that's kind of working but not quite, take that quote and put it on a different product or a different design, and then it might work a little bit better. That's what they did. They probably sold this one, worked well, so they went, okay, let's put on this one. Let's try this one. Let's try this one. Oh, let's change the background to red instead of like this grayish black color, right? And then another one. Actually, that's probably the same one. So here's one, bestseller. Okay, so here's something cool. Let's open this up. Their name, I never knew love would feel like this until I met you. I love you with all my heart, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm so thankful for the man that you are, and I am proud to call you my husband. Meet me at the end of the aisle. Love, Kayla. All right, so what do you do with this? This is from Bride-to-Groom, but you could spin this to what? Well, let's just show this. So we got to think products, right? Like, what can we sell from our like print-on-demand supply, basically? So let's go like this. So we found this as one from the Bride-to-Groom. So I'll go File. Watch what I do with it. Okay, save that, and then I'll go back to my sheet, and I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go Insert. Let's pick that bigger. Okay, so if we wanted to spin that for instead of Bride-to-Groom, we could go Groom-to-Bride. So watch this. To my bride, I never knew love would feel like this until typing it out sucks. I met you. I love you. All my heart. And I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I am so sorry about that. You're going to hear a dog bark in a second here. Somebody just knocked at the door. So thankful for the man that you are, and I am proud to call you my husband. Sorry, bride. meet me at the end of the aisle. So what we did is we took something and we can put that, we can spin it instead of from bride to groom, we can go groom to bride. And we can put that onto a message card too. Because if you look on Etsy, that is a bestseller, but we don't have this product available. Like I don't even know what this is. What is it? Wedding handkerchief printed custom groom. So why not take something like that and throw it on a message card? And instead of, well, we could even do, no, that's the thing. So if we do bride to groom, we can't really put it on a message card because he may or may not wear a necklace. So I guess within Shine On, they've got like those anchor necklaces and that kind of thing. But like, I know I'm a guy, and if my wife gave me a necklace, I'd be like, what the hell am I going to do with this? Like, I would love the sentiment, but I wouldn't wear it because I don't wear jewelry. I know a lot of guys do, but I don't. So take a good idea, take something that is listed as a bestseller, and put it on a message card, and then boom, we're laughing, right? And this is so easy to put on a message card, which I'll show you guys in the next one, because we're gonna get some created, and we're gonna launch them. So, but that's how you take that idea and you spin it to something unique. Here's another one. First dance, song lyric, custom paper, cotton anniversary gift for him, wedding gift, engagement, husband from wife. So this is something too. You could take like the first song and you could put it on. So I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm not going to do that circular thing, but even if you took, so watch this, just to show you guys how you don't have to carbon copy, and you should never carbon copy, but here's the idea. So from this one, because it's a bestseller, insert. It's the idea that matters more than the actual product or the actual design when you're doing research, because we're looking for ideas. So here's the idea. Idea, song, first dance, song, lyric. Then you go, oops. So it would be like, to my wife, and then song, lyric here. Now I keep going to like husband to wife, mainly because I know that the guys tend to buy more for the women than the women buy for the guys. And I'm not being sexist, I'm just saying groom to bride. So you could do that, and then you could do pending. And that could be a necklace, that could be a message card, that could be, hell, a coffee mug. So idea for song lyric, we could even go products, mug, tumbler, necklace, message card. There. So see what I did? Just took an idea and said, okay, well, we can do that idea. And so then we can go, well, what like song lyric, this is where it gets complicated. If you're doing like a coffee mug, you could do it easily, but let's just go into a new Google. Most popular first dance songs. There you go. Amazed, the power of love, I'm kissing you, you are so beautiful to me, truly, madly, deeply. So look at that. So now you've got, 20 different products that you could make. And you could even put it on a little free store too and say, first dance mugs from the bride for the wedding. You know, there's an idea right there. That's a whole different sidebar that I didn't even think of until I got on this webinar. So somebody could take that and you could run with it. If you're you would just take like a couple of, like out of this one, just open that up. I don't know how you do what you do. I'm so in love with you. It just keeps getting better. I want to spend the rest with you by my side. So don't take the whole thing. Even just take 2 lines out of it. I don't know how you do what you do. To my wife, I don't know how you do what you do. I'm so in love with you. Love your husband. Put on a necklace with a heart in the middle. Man, this is good. Should be woman instead of man. Oh, I put a type. Where are you looking? On my sheet? Do I have an error? Right? Okay. So I think you guys get that, right? We just invented a whole new angle, a whole new marketing angle live on the webinar. Like, holy shit. Like, I'm impressed with this. I don't know if you guys are, but damn, right there. That is just freaking awesome. So, Power of Love. Okay, let's open that one up. Really, people, that's their first song. Weird. So, where's the lyrics? Well, we could find the lyrics. Isn't there like a lyric site or something like that? What's a lyric site? Here, I'm going to take this. I think there is one where you can plug it in. Lyrics.com, let's try that. Jennifer Rush, okay. Power of Love, okay. There it is. So you take even 2 lines out of this and take the whispers in the morning of lover sleeping tight are rolling by like thunder now. Is that I would take probably less is more because you don't want to get in trouble for copyright or anything or trademark. But if you did something like we're heading for something somewhere I've never been, sometimes I'm frightened, but I'm ready to learn, and that's it, then just take a small chunk of it. I think that would work best. Anyway, let's go back here because I do tend to get sidetracked. So I'm going to close that tabs. But I think right now, I mean, we got 3 wicked ideas here already. And this is only Groom-to-Bride. So we haven't even gone into the rest of these ones. Like, holy crap, my mind is exploding here. There are so many ideas. Here's another one. Message card, easy to do. And all they did was change the wording, right? So yeah, I like that. Let's take a little screenshot of that. Save as. And we'll put that in our sheet too. So today is all about research and just being creative and coming up with different marketing angles on products that you see, because you don't limit yourself just because you can't. Well, that's not a message card, so I can't do it. Well, yes, you can. You just got to be a little creative. There's even one guy that actually I was partners with him for a while in a business, and he did a song lyric, and he sold a buttload of them on a t-shirt. I don't know if he got in trouble for it, but it worked very, very well. So today, you become my wife, but you are also my best friend and my true love. I will love, respect, and care for you through all the years of our lives. This is super mush. Like, I love this. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. You have made me a better person for loving me for who I am. I will be proud to be called your husband. I would put something like, I love you on the end. And this is, again, Groom-to-Bride. So I think you get the idea for Groom-to-Bride, right? So now let's look at, let's go back here. What about, slightly harder to target, but what about from the mom to the daughter or daughter-in-law? Let's look at that. So let's go here and let's go mother to daughter wedding gift. Let's see what comes up. Oh, Etsy. Look at Etsy. Do you know why Etsy owns the top spot on this? These are Google search ads. Do you know why they're here? And do you know why they're here? Anybody know why Etsy is here? Give me, like, let me know in the chat. Why is Etsy the top ranked one in here? Why would they possibly do this? Do you think they're doing it because it doesn't work? Or do you think they're doing it because it works so freaking well? What do you think? If a giant company is doing this and they are outbidding Amazon, there's a reason they're doing that. They're not doing it to burn money. They're doing it because they know it sells like hotcakes. So you need to take advantage of that. And this is going right to an item. I don't know what this is. Mother of the bride gift for daughter. Okay, is that what I typed in? Yeah. So here we go. Mother of the bride gift. Wait, let's go on Etsy. Let's try this. And here we go. Oh, this is not from, this is from, I guess, the daughter. Oh, I gotta go like this. Bride gift from mom. Try this. I can't even remember what I was looking at. Wedding gift for bride from parents. That's good too. To my daughter. There's one. Bestseller. Bride gift. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So this is bride gift from mom to daughter on wedding day. So, to my daughter on your wedding day. Today, as you walk down the aisle, you'll see the faces wearing a smile. But as I remember those young, tender years, my smile will conceal a few hidden tears. It isn't through sadness, my emotions just whirl. I'm thinking back to my dear little girl, and now that you've grown and made me so proud, as you smile for the camera and the rest of the crowd, remember, dear daughter, as you become a new wife, you're still very much a part of my life. I'm not losing a daughter, but gaining a son. Your new lives as husband and wife have begun. So blissfully happy and enjoy your big day. Have a wonderful wedding with a rose-strewn way. All my love forever. Always, Mom. Wow, that's friggin'. Oh, that's beautiful. So I'm gonna take that and go boom. Now this is harder to target. Remember, because, well, okay, it's harder to target on Facebook. It's easy to target on Google, which I'll show you in a second. So just let me add this. I'm not going to type this whole one out because I'm going to go on a sidebar here. But you guys should get in the habit of typing it out. Just makes it easier. Because I would actually do my own version because that's like a poem. Somebody spent a lot of time on that. So I'm not going to copy their poem. I just love the idea. So in here I'm going to put to my daughter on your wedding day. And I'm going to put and then I'm going to put I like the end part. All my love forever and always, love, Mom. Okay, so this one in this case is mom, or we'll go mother to daughter. Then go pending. So now if I go back to Facebook, so I want to do mom to daughter. So what do I do for targeting? So I got to do women. If it's a mom, I'm not going to do 18. I'm going to do way older. Because odds are, if the mom is even 40, there's no way the kid's getting married yet. Because if the mom is 40, the kid might be, I don't know, 6 tops. So you got to think of that. So like, look at how old you are right now, and look at your mom, and they're like at least 25-year difference, right? So you got to go older. So here you got to go to like, oh man, even 55 to start. So you go 55 plus women. Now, engaged is not going to work because this is this is literally women in the U.S. who are 55 plus and engaged. So there is 110,000 of them, but that's not what we want. We want women who have kids getting married. So let's go here and look through this. Now, there's not really much newly engaged, again, that's for the person themselves, right? Oh, friends of newly engaged people. Well, yeah, let's try that. Let's just plug it in and see what comes on under suggestions. It's going to be tiny, but it could be a good start. Okay, and let's go suggestions. Friends of newlyweds. There's another one. Let's stack that one in there. We're still at 1,000. Newlywed engaged weddings. My point is this: there's no mom to daughter who is engaged. Nope. Mom gift to mom wedding gift to daughter. Nope. Oh, but here we go. Oh, let's try this. Well, weddings. So here, boom, put that in there. Now look at that. So let's remove these two. So if you're trying to target women in the US who have a kid that's getting married, you can't do it directly on Facebook. You can only try to find interests that are close to it. So odds are, if a woman 55 plus is interested in weddings, that's 7.2 million people. To me, that means either they're getting married or they have kids that are getting married. So let's look under suggestions here and see what else comes up. Wedding dress, photography, engagement, wedding planner. You know, a lot of these may work, but it could, again, it could be targeted directly to the person. So the friends of newly engaged, I wish that were bigger. I don't know why that's not bigger. You try this. Watch this step. So weddings, since I don't have wedding gift, here's a little workaround. See what I did there? Narrow. Watch, I'll have wedding gifts in there. Well, I have it here. Oh, gift. Oops. Okay. There. So now if I go weddings and gift, and it's a woman who's 55 plus, I'm thinking that she'd be interested in wedding gifts, right? Wouldn't you? Now, what if it was the man, the dad? We could try the same thing. 900,000. That seems about right. So in my mind, if a man in the U.S., 55 plus in age, has interests of weddings and gifts, that means that Facebook knows they've been looking for wedding gifts. Okay, so right there, like I said, it's not an exact thing, but that alone will be enough to get you on the right track. So, boom, there you go. Now, what's the other way? So go here, go to Google. That's Facebook, but let's go to Google. That signs me in here. Let's go here. And all I really need is tools and settings. And I need a keyword planner. And, oh, why do you care about that? I don't know, pick an account, who cares? None running in there. Okay, so let's go here. Let's hit the country and go, because mine defaults to Canada. So United States. So we've got Canada, United States. And start with keywords. So here we'll go let's just start broad, see what comes up. So you can see here, we could actually target these keywords right on Facebook or on Google. Gifts to give your daughter on her wedding day. Wedding gift for daughter, 880 average monthly searches. You can see the volumes too, right? And look at the volumes, they go up right now. They peak in August. So we got July and August are huge. September, it starts dropping. Look at December. This is like the opposite of the rest of the world. For usually gifts here are huge, right? But here, the biggest time is the summer. So gift for daughter, and then we could go wedding gift for son, wedding gift for daughter. But this is what you would do. You'd set up a Google search ad. Ooh, this too. Refined. Family member, mother, daughter-in-law, father, stepdaughter, special occasion. What else I got? There's a bunch of stuff. So the point is, there's search volume there. That means people are looking for it. These top of page bids on the low and high. I mean, the high is pretty expensive, but I don't really care about the cost per click. If you're profitable, I don't care if one click costs me $10. If it gets a sale for 20 or 30, I'm happy. So gifts to give your daughter on her wedding day. Surprise for my daughter on her wedding day. Bridal shower gift from mom to daughter. Ooh. Okay, that gives me an idea. So let's go up here. Let's add in mom to daughter gift. Let's just try this and see if wedding pops in here too. Look at that, mom to daughter gift, 5,400. Whoa. But that's not necessarily a wedding, but it could be. Mother's Day. So let's make sure we've got, do they have wedding? Let's remove all these and let's only focus on the ones that are wedding. Mother-daughter gifts, mother and daughter gifts, Christmas gifts. Oh, what is the point of this if it's not filtering? Sentimental gifts from mom to daughter. So now let's go up here. Let's go wedding gift for daughter from mom. See if that does anything. It may not. Well, it did 140. So you can actually own that one. And let's see what other ideas come in. Mom gift, daughter gift, wedding gift, dad to daughter gift. Ooh, that's a good one, right? So there you go. Targeting wise, showed you how to do it on Facebook, showed you how to do it on Google. But now let's go back because we're not done. We've got more to do here, a lot more. So my sheet right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'd like you guys to do is get at least 50 in here. And let's just go look at one other one, maybe 2 other ones. So let's try from, I don't know, dad to son. We can try that. And then you can see father of the groom gift from son. That would actually be easier to target, right? Because we could go engaged man, and then we know he's got a dad that he's buying a gift for if he's looking for this. So there we go. Dad, thank you for raising me to be the man I am today. Love, Steve. That's cool. Father of the groom, 1021. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys something that I haven't really done it much myself, but I know it works very, very well. A knife is difficult, but I'm just gonna use the knife as an example, okay? Selling a knife on Facebook is gonna be virtually impossible because it's like a weapon, so keep that in mind. But here's the idea, don't worry about the product. So I'm gonna save this, right? So I found a gift. I don't have a knife supplier. I can't sell a knife on Facebook, but that's not the point. The point is, if I wanted to, the point is, if I find a product that I can't sell, there is a route that you can take. Go down here. Here's a route. Oop. Okay, so I cannot find a supplier. Contact Etsy seller. Ask. So how do you do that? So this is groom to father, and this is, there's a couple like things I'll talk about here in a second, but if you're going to do this route, you would go to here and see where it says contact, message them, send them a message. Gotta log in, but send them a message, say, hey, I really like this. You're from the US, you ship in the US, it's free. There's 64 reviews on this item, meaning, holy crap, it's selling like mad. So I want to sell these knives, and I want this guy to supply it. So think of this. Right now, we use places like Gear Bubble and Chinon, right? Gear Bubble and Chinon are just places that are taking our orders, printing them, and shipping them, and they're handling customer service too. Now, if we took something like this and we wanted to sell it, we could contact the seller on Etsy and say, if I send you like a Google Sheet full of orders with a name and address, and I pay you in advance, can you just ship them out to my customers? And 9 times out of 10, these guys love that because they're typically making these on their own, like their homemade stuff. So you can take homemade stuff and you can sell it. Now, you can't do that without your own landing page. So you need either ClickFunnels or you need a Shopify store to do this route. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to offer it, but it is an option. This is totally optional. A lot of you guys already have a Shopify store. Contact them, ask for permission, and when they say yes, say, okay, cool. If I send you 100 orders, can you give me like a wholesale price? Because I don't want the retail of 35. And then you have to negotiate the price that you're going to pay. And typically it'll be a lot less than what they're selling for. So I mean, the knife is probably a bad example because we can't sell weapons, but other products that you'll see in here, like let's go back to the like handkerchief or something like this, or baseball. You could definitely sell this with the same idea. So I would take this, I would go. Now it's not really, probably not a good one because it's not high like there's not enough margin. This would be like selling a coffee mug in my mind, but I'll just use it for an example. Insert, and you got to be pretty advanced, I would say, to do this method, but I do know guys that do this method and they make a mint because they are selling stuff that nobody else is selling. So again, cannot find a supplier, and this is groom to father, and this is pending. There you go. Now the downside is this, you do need a store, okay, or you do need ClickFunnels because you need somewhere to, so like a landing page to actually show the product, and then you need your tracking in place too for Google and for Facebook. So you have to have that separate, and then you have to have some way to take the order and put it into a sheet, and then you have to have a way to get that sheet to the supplier, and then you have to pay the supplier. Okay, so you're doing a lot more work, but you're selling products that are super unique that nobody else is. So while the rest of us are out there doing like competing in the message card arena, you could go out there and find like a knife or a baseball, or what else do they have? Oh, they got lots of stuff. These things, I don't even know what this is. You could find something like this, and you could sell these too. So you could even ask when you contact the seller, you just say, hey, can I use the pictures from your, holy crap, whoa, this might be a good one. 114, they're selling like mad. Why the hell are napkins selling for 18 bucks? Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a screenshot. I'm gonna save this one. 114, you don't see that too often. So this is one you could do a listing on a Shopify store, and you could have it, okay, what do you want this name to be and this date? What's the name and date? Or actually, it's just mom, so you just need the bride's name. Wait, Mom, thank you for always believing me. I look forever. Look up to you forever, guys. I would not be the man I am today. Oh, Jaden is a man? I thought Jaden was, okay, whatever. So this is groom to mom and dad. Today a groom, tomorrow husband, always your son. Oh, but even still, okay, so, man, I'm just getting so many ideas. These are products that, yeah, we could do the Etsy supplier route, a lot more work, or take those two. Oh, I'm getting excited. Image and sell. Take those two little quotes and make a message card for mom and like a mug for dad. Okay, so idea. Take quotes, make message card for mom, and coffee mug. I don't know. Dog tag. That was the other one. There you go. And this is groom to mother and groom to father. So that would be two different products. So what I did again is I took a napkin, I'll call it a napkin, and I said, okay, well, I love that idea. So I can contact them, I can try and sell these, whatever. But I love these quotes too. So I can take these quotes, and it doesn't have to be, I love you, the name. It could be, I love you, or always your son, I love you, that's it. And you don't need this part. You don't need the name and the date, right? It could be just be mom right up to the I love you. Dad right up to the I love you. Because look at this, Dad, thank you for raising me into the man I am today. You are a shining example of what a wonderful husband, father, and friend should be. Today marks the day that I continue to walk in your footsteps. Now as a husband, I will always be proud to be your son. So go to Shine On, create a message card with the heart thing for mom and the anchor for dad. Done. Or throw this on a dog tag for dad. Done. Throw this on a necklace for mom. Like, holy crap. Like, we're pretty much at the time limit here, and I don't know about you guys, but I have a million ideas running through my head. How about you guys? Let me know. Give me a one if your head is exploding now with ideas, and we're only on Etsy. Give me one. Like, you think this stuff will work? Hell yeah, it'll work. You know why it'll work? Here's the other thing. Wedding and party is a main category on Etsy. Wedding gifts, bridesmaid, wedding favors, gifts for the couple, groomsmen gift, guest books, portraits and frames. Okay, you know that little trick where you contact the seller and get them to, fulfill it? Well, Etsy is like wedding gift capital. So let's do one more before we close off here. Why not go to like a main thing? So think of it. Who is the main viewer of Etsy? Is it men or women? Men or women? What do you think? Men or women? Let me know in the chat. Who goes on Etsy the most? Absolutely women, 100%. And you know what's awesome about that? Women buy a shitload of stuff. It's freaking awesome. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So here we go. They have a category called bridesmaid gifts. Like dedicated, like right from the menu. Right under, where was that? Wedding gifts? Bridesmaids, it's their top one. Maybe it's alphabetical, I don't know. But what if we sorted by, we can sort stuff. Okay, boom, 50 to 100. Let's see what you got. Oh, here we go. So we got robes, right? Robes are huge, but you can't sell robes. What do? Contact the seller. Oh, here we go. We got some mugs. We got some of these custom thingies, eh? So here's an idea. Gear Bubble allows you to customize stuff. So check this out. Now, I don't know if these are selling or not, but irrelevant. Do that. Save. File. Save as. Save. Now, Gear Bubble does not have glassware. However, Gear Bubble does have those little wine tumbler thingies that you can customize with names. So this would be an awesome idea. Just trying to get this. My kid's distracting me here. So this is the idea. Wine tumbler on Gear Bubble. Customize name. Oh, I can't even read that anymore. Hang on. My eyes are bugging me. Where were we? Here? Okay, so mother of the bride, bridesmaid, maid of honor, mother of the groom. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Mother of the bride, bridesmaid, maid of honor, bridesmaid, mother of the groom. You got 5 sales right there. So what you do is mock-ups of all 5, and then you put a listing on the Gear Bubble for like each one, and then you'd have links to the next one. We can figure out the logistics in a sec. So it's mother of the bride, bridesmaid. So it goes name, and then mother of the bride, bridesmaid, Maid of honor. What was the other one? Mother-in-law? Mother of the groom. So mother of the bride, bridesmaid, maid of honor, bridesmaid, mother of the groom. Okay. Mother of the groom. And this is from, you know, I'm going to say bride to wedding party. Pending. Wine tumblers. So what does a wine tumbler look like? They look like this. So it's not glass, but I don't know whose this is. Strange. Anyway, you can put a spot to customize areas on these, so it's very cool. So if you have like a mother of the groom one, your static text would be mother of the groom. And did they have the name? Well, they had the name of the person, mother of the bride. Say, so mother of the bride would be your listing, and then they can input the name and the date. So back on here, where'd that go? So you'd have this one doesn't have it, but you'd have mother of the groom, and then above it they can input the name, and below it you can input the date. And there you go. And then you can say over here in your listing, they don't really have a link, but you can put get one for your bridesmaids here, get one for mother of the groom here, and then they click it, and then they can go and order those. I don't know if we can combine them. Even better, we could do like a free store if we wanted, and we could have these listed on there. So it'd be very easy to just add it to cart as they're going. Maybe I'll show that. I think this is a great idea because this is like, wow. I love it. Love it. I wish it had reviews for this product, but I think that's a great idea for just gifts. So the writing would be in like black, or say you did a black one, the writing would be in white. They have like pink and all different colors too. But me personally, I'd rather have this than a glass one because you could wear this. You could use this outside, sitting on the deck, not having to worry about it spilling. So there you go. There's an idea. Where are we at here? Bridesmaid. Is that a shot glass? No. Oh, but here, while we're here, let's go. Oh, yeah, they had it. So that's bridesmaid, groomsmen. Because what do dudes like? Yeah, there it is, drinking. So now you're not going to do a decanter and a personalized thing. However, baseball bats, holy crap. Oh boy, I just got to check this out. 56. Ooh, damn. All right, there's an idea. Contact the seller for that one. Got sidetracked, but that's okay. So let's do it. This is what research is about, just finding ideas, and then you don't have to filter right now because you can filter later. So let's put this one in here. And I'll go to my original train of thought in a second. Need store or click bundles. Just an idea. A little bit more advanced. Okay, let's go back here. And what I'm looking at is specifically, oh, there we go. That's Will You Be My Groomsman. $5.95. How are those so cheap? My God. Throwing axes, watches. I'm looking for shot glasses. So what I'll say, if I can't find any, do they have any over here? I'm going to filter. Oh, if I type in shot glass. Here we go. See what comes up here. That's better. So we can do shot glasses. and we can customize shot glasses. I think, pretty sure you can customize them. Anyway, you can take this, and here's your idea. So do up a little design, add a spot where they can customize it, do a listing for groomsmen, a listing for best man, right? And then they can customize the name and the date. I save that. And then we could do shot glasses on Gear Bubble, customized. Now you're not going to make the money on one sale, but when they have to buy like multiple of these, that's where you make the money. So you're running your ad. It'll be a little bit harder to track results too, unless you use return on ad spend, because they can put one order through, and it will only track as one sale, but they could have ordered like 5 products. So that's where I guess return on ad spend helps. So idea, your bubble, customize shot glasses, and this is Groomsmen, pending. Now, anything bride buying or groom buying is super easy to target because we know they're engaged. So that's wicked. That just makes targeting so much easier on Facebook. And then if you go to Google, so where to go? Okay, let's get rid of all these. X, and let's just type in these both. Bridesmaid gifts. Watch this. Holy shit. Monthly. Yeah. Yeah, do you think they buy stuff for their wedding party? Oh, we didn't even get to like best man gifts directly. Maid of honor gifts directly. Look at that. That's huge. Look at the search volume. Think it's a big market? Think we can make some dough? Love it. Just love it. You could bid on bridesmaid gifts and have them go into your bridesmaid gift page. Or you could have, I don't know, maid of honor gift. And so somebody's obviously looking for a maid of honor gift when they type that into freaking Google. And you could send them right to your Gear Bubble page or your Shino page. We didn't even get to that. Look how easy that is. Categories upon categories dedicated to this. We didn't even get to this obscure stuff like Sister of the Bride, because we don't need to. I mean, you can, but we don't need to. These are popular too. These, like when the bride is asking the maid of honor to be the maid of honor, they like give them a gift, I guess, because they give gifts everywhere. Oh, wine tumblers. Wine tumbler. So these are customizable. But I can't say I do without you. It's a wine tumbler. Oh shit. Okay. Ugh. Right there. Boom. You can do that on Gear Bubble. You can even say, "Will you be my maid of honor?" You can customize it with their name. Beth, will you be my maid of honor? I can't say I do without you. Oh shit. Gold, man. Okay, we're running over on time. I love doing this stuff. As you can see, I could spend all day and in fact, I do waste a lot of time researching, but this is where you come up with your ideas. So I'll go like so. We can sell these suckers too. Okay, so idea, Gear Bubble, customized wine tumbler, and it says blank, so that'll be where it's customized. Comma, can't say I do without you. And this will be bride to maid of honor. And that's pending. Oh man. How awesome is this? You could even do like, now, I don't think a guy is going to do that, but the women will for sure. Like I know when I asked my best man, I was like, hey, you going to do it? He's like, yeah. We're like, that's cool. But bride to maid of honor, man, awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to reload, see if you guys actually did anything. Nobody did. You guys, man, come on. All right, so possible niches, and then I'm going to put right in here. I'm going to put homework from first live training. I'm going to put it right now. Number 1, create your Google Sheet. Number 2, fill your sheet with 50 ideas minimum. No excuses. You guys will see in the replay how many different, man, can't spell, differ. Combos and angles we can use. Pick your favorite and go for it. There you go. Post. All right, so we're going to close on that. Just give me one if you guys got a lot of value out of this one. Then we'll wrap it up. Right on, right on, right on. Okay, good. I'm pumped. I can't wait to do this. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be huge. You're going to be blown away because typically the summer is super slow. And then when you get into wedding season, it's like, no, it's not. You saw that search volume. I should have used that in my emails, man. Look at that. That is insane. 49,500 bridesmaid gifts. That's what people are searching for on Google monthly. Groomsmen gifts, 74,000. That's actually interesting that that's higher. I thought that would have been the reverse. I thought the bridesmaid gifts would have been higher. But anyway, best man gifts, huge. So these are all sub-niches within here that you need to be into. So if you want to get into one of these, pick 1 or 5 or 6 and just start researching products in there. And then just start thinking, like, if I see a good quote, how can I use that? How can I sell that? If it's not possible for you to do it, you know, you can do the route where you go to Etsy. Just be creative. You don't have to go like this side, the research side and the creation side is a creative process. It's more art than science. And there's always this solution to the problem. All right. So I'm going to close on that. This can be evergreen too. You're right. Absolutely. I'm going to close on that. We will see you guys in the forums, and then we'll see you on the next training where we start getting some of these designs done up. I mean, it's just a matter of sending those quotes over to Fiverr and getting some designs done. You can literally go to Fiverr, say, hey, I need a message card, get it done. I'll talk about that more on the next one, and then we'll launch one so that we can test it out. And then the final one, we'll do some ramping up and some scaling. All right. Awesome. I hope you guys are pumped. Let's go. Let's do this. And we'll see you in the forums. Have a great day. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the webinar number 2. You're going to learn something brand new today. We're going to be using Shine On message cards, the daughter-in-law niche, and as well, I'm going to start you out on Google search. And there's a reason for this that I'll explain in a minute. But first, before we get going, give me a 1 in the chat box if you can hear my voice and you can see Google Analytics on the screen right now. Just give me a quick 1. Right on, right on. Okay, so, and then where is everybody located? Let me know geographically on planet Earth where you're at. I'm in London, Ontario, Canada. We're going through a heat wave. It is hot. It's like 30 degrees Celsius, which is, what's that in for you Yankees? That's 86. So, I mean, up here, that's hot for Canada. Where are you located? Boston, Malaysia. We got people around the world. BC, Ontario, Toronto. Oh, right down the 401. Cool, cool, cool. Where else are you from? California. Ooh, you're up early. 7 o'clock in California. Nice. All right, so I'm going to dive in. What I'm doing this week is I'm going to show you Google search, because 2 reasons. Number one, people are getting banned on Facebook ads left, right, and center because the bots are going crazy. So if you do get like a ad account restricted message, just post in the forums, and I got a video you can go through to get it back. I've been restricted like 3 or 4 times so far this year for no reason at all, because I do everything 100% legit and white hat. But I just appeal, and then I wait a couple days, and then I get it back. If you do get your account banned or like restricted, don't go and try and open another account right away, because as soon as they see that, they'll label you as like somebody who's trying to circumvent their systems, and then they might give you a permanent ban. So just wait it out. Meantime, I want you guys to know, the ones who like got or are waiting an appeal or whatever, there's more to life than Facebook ads. Okay, so I've been like saying this for a long time, but there really is. So let's go set up Shine On, a message card. You see I have nothing running with them right now. No sales today. And we're going to use Google Ads, and we're going to use Google Search Ads actually to do this. So first things first, I had my message card and I can't remember. Let me get my message card up. Remember the daughter-in-law niche? Because we're doing the wedding season. So was it a sheet? Yeah, it was a sheet. Here it is. Remember we found those awesome, To My Beautiful Bride, Groom. I found a daughter-in-law one. Did we not even get to it? That was a good webinar. I enjoyed that. Daughter on your wedding day. That's to my daughter. But we're going to take it a step further and go daughter-in-law. So here, I'll show you a couple on Etsy. So I'm going to type in gifts for a daughter-in-law. Look at these. There's one. There's one. There's one. Look at all these message cards on Etsy. Tons and tons and tons. So let's just take an example. Well, this one's coming up first. This is an ad though. So this one is first in the, let's just take it. So it says, we both love the same man. I love a man who was a little boy, asked me to kiss his boo-boos, blah, 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 all the way through. Nice shop reviews. It's got a bunch of shop reviews, but none for that specific product. So what I'm going to say is, I know what they say. They talk like it's basically the mom buying it for the daughter-in-law. I think fixes breakfast, tuck him in bed at night. I cried at his struggles and rejoiced at his triumphs. I spent many sleepless nights wondering if I did everything I could to raise him to be a loyal husband, a good provider, and a gentleman. I wondered if any mother, oh yeah, so this is mom to daughter-in-law. I wondered if any mother ever loved a child more. You are the one who found my little boy. He was the man you wanted to marry, the man whose life you wanted to share throughout eternity. For all the prayers I ever prayed, you are truly the answer. You love the man who is my son. For that and so much more, I will forever love you. Okay, so keep that in mind. Super long, right? But we can do super long. Here's a funny one. Don't want to do funny. I was looking for something shorter. This one's shorter. I always knew that you were a special woman, and easy to see why my son chose you to be his partner in his life. It's been clear from the start that you two are meant for each other, and that soulmates do exist. I couldn't ask for a more loving, caring daughter-in-law. I'm so grateful to have you as part of our family. Okay, that's not bad. From mother-in-law. Okay. So this is, usually I'd rather tackle like the male buying it for the female, but in this case I'm going to break my rule, and I'm going to go female buying it for a female because it's wedding. So let's go back here. And I know I haven't even created it or launched it yet, but I'm just showing you guys kind of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's add United States to our keyword planner. Oh, you need a Google Ads account, so go get one. They're easy to get. And actually, if you Google Google Ads credit, you can actually get an account with $100 credit, so you can test for free. So let's go gifts. Same thing we typed into Etsy. Watch this. Boom. 8,100 average searches a month for this. $8,100. Daughter-in-law gifts, Amazon. We don't want that. Cool birthday gifts, gifts for daughter-in-law, personalized gifts, Mother's Day gift for daughter-in-law, new daughter-in-law gifts, wedding gift for son and daughter-in-law, gift for daughter-in-law on the wedding day. You think that that might be a good one that we could target? Well, I do. Wedding future. Yeah. So what we need to do is actually create our message card now. So I'm going to do that first. Step 1 is create it. Step 2 is upload it to Shine On. Step 3 is set up our, well, do some keyword research. And then we need to create the conversion stuff for Shine On. And then we actually have to create the ad account. So we got a busy day here. So let's go to Photoshop. And now if you can't do this on your own, you can outsource this to Fiverr. Go to Fiverr and find designers that actually do these little, here, I'm gonna move this over. Been dealing with a ton of copycats lately. But let's go, I'm just on the other screen while I open this up. Because I'll find my message cards and my template. There it is. Okay. Got my template. Oops, don't want that there. Too many windows open over here. There we go. So you can go to Fiverr. You can get these done up. Once you find a template that you like, ask them for the PSD file, which is a Photoshop file. And then if you have Photoshop, you can do what I'm doing, which is just going in and editing the thing to make it look pretty. So this is my teacher one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's fit that on the screen. So here I can just click teacher, and then I can hit my text tool, and then I can just highlight it, and I can go to my daughter-in-law. And that's too big, so I'll hit the move tool, and then Control T, and then hold the shift down. I can make that a little smaller. About there, that's cool. And then down here I can change this text. So this is where I can put whatever I want. So on the right hand side I just hit noun teacher. Then I go like so, highlight it all, and now I can start. So I can say to my daughter-in-law, I am so happy that my son chose you. You are every, let me do this. In a cannot wait to make a bunch of new with you as a huge part of our family. I'll put this on the new line. Now, I just did that off the top of my head because I know I can come back. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of tests, but just want to get something up and running here. I might have changed this a lot, so let's go here. So I don't want the necklace to actually hit the sides, so let's go like this. So I'm just kind of going to even out the lines here. All right. There, that's a little better. So I'm just going to adjust this. There. So it's just mushy, not super mush, but mushy enough. So I'm so happy my son chose you. Did I spell chose right? I think I did. You're everything I've always wanted in a daughter-in-law. I cannot wait to make a bunch of new memories with you as a huge part of our family. Love, your mother-in-law. Okay, so let's just move that up a hair. There. That's it. So I do have the message cards that have all the funky looking, flowers and nice backgrounds and all that stuff. And what I've found is that the simple stuff, just like necklaces and coffee mugs and all that, the simple seems to work best. So I don't know why, but I'm going to save this over here. Just make sure I got the right folder. Yeah, okay. Pull this back. Come on. Get over here. Oh, you bugger. Okay, so file. Save as. We'll go in here, create a new folder called daughter-in-law. And we'll save this as the message card. And then we'll go File, Export, Quick Export as PNG, and we'll just export that as a PNG file. There we go. So now we're going to go to Shine On, and we're going to click Add New Product, and in here we're going to pick one that we are going to use. Let's do this one. Yeah, that little heart thing, that's cool. So let's select from your computer. Let's go D drive, message cards, daughter-in-law, boom. And then continue to product assets. Now make sure you don't have any spelling errors on there too, because nothing looks worse than, a mucked up one. And you can see on the preview on the left, it's actually blocking my letters. So I got to move it down like a line. My bad. So let's go over here. And actually, maybe we'll move this little thing down. I'll move that. Where is it? Yeah, we'll move this down. Down a hair. Then we'll move this down a hair. I'm just hitting the down arrow. There. Let's go like that. Just because if it's cut off, it looks kind of weird, so. Then we'll actually go back here. We'll add new product. We'll do a new one. Create. See what that looks like. This should look better. So once you've done them a couple times, you're going to see where your how your spacing goes. That actually looks really good. I like that. Very cool. Okay. To my daughter. In-law. I am so happy. Now, here on Shine On, they actually, it really bothers me the way they have these sales pages set up, but I'm not going to rant about it. The description, normally like on Gear Bubble, I'll put in a nice description because it should be prominent on the page. For them, they got all their weird tricks and gimmicks, which I'm not a fan of. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll do it as if I'm doing it on Gear Bubble. So I'll put, would your daughter-in-law love this? Yes, she would. Get her one now and give it to her before or after the wedding. This is a gift she will remember forever. That's it. Super simple. I'll just bold that. For pricing, people always ask about pricing. Just leave it on the defaults to start. So if the base cost is $14.50, and I'm priced at $49.95, then you can see 49.95 minus, oh, that's 59. 49.95 minus 14.5. $35.45 is my margin. So I have this amount to spend on ads to get a sale to break even. So ideally, I want to spend less than this on ads in order to profit. So if it costs me $25, $45 to get a sale, then that means my profit in my pocket is $10 per sale. So if I sell 10 of these a day, that's $100 per day. If I do that every day, times 30, that's $3,000 a month. And if I do that every month, then that's $36,000 a year profit on just one necklace, selling 10 a day. Now, add zeros to that. Now you're into some big money, right? So the beauty of it is we are right smack dab in the middle of the wedding season. So this stuff, oh, yeah, people are searching, they're eating this up. All right, Facebook Pixel. I don't need it because I'm doing Google. So what do I put in here? Okay, go to your Google Analytics, and you need your Google Analytics ID. Okay, so go to admin and account settings, and there it is, this one. So that's your account ID. Copy, go back here. And then we just put it in like this, UA dash, like so. Now you're probably saying, Will, where did you get this number from? Okay, I'll back it up a step. So when you have to open up a Google Analytics account, because we have to run tracking for our AdWords account through Google Analytics, because on ShineOn, they only have this available. They don't have anything else. So we can't put in a pixel ID here like we can for Facebook. So go to your account, go to admin, go to goals, and we're going to create a new goal. And we're going to call this goal checkout complete. Okay. And then we're going to go to continue. And then the name is going to be this. So we'll call this one, what are we doing? Daughter-in-law? Daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law checkout. There we go. Now, here's what we need. We need a destination. Okay, not a duration, not a pages, not an event. We'll just hit continue. And then this destination, you go regular expression, goes like this, and it's thank you, because that is the ShineOn thank you page. Now for a value, we can turn this on, and we can set this at $34.95, because that's what we make on the silver one. If they buy a gold one, then, I mean, it'd be $44.95, but we'll put the minimum in there, and then click save. And now you've got your goal in your analytics account, okay? It's right there. But it's not attached to your ad account yet. So in a minute, we'll go back to our ad account and we'll connect it. But for now, you've got your ID and you've got your goal created in analytics, and that's all you need at this stage, okay? We'll get to the point where we connect it. So put in your main Google Analytics ID here, and then click on Publish Product. And now you can see it's not going to show right away in here. It's going to take a minute because they actually queue them up so they don't spam Shopify, because this is built on Shopify. So what we're going to do while they're doing that is we're going to go back here and we're going to look at our keywords, right? So we've got gifts for daughter-in-law. Anything with wedding in it is a cool one. So let's try to add a filter. Oh, we can't do the filter there. Refine. The refine is in beta. I wish it would load, but we can type in like only include keywords that have the word wedding in it. I can't seem to get it to work right now. Load. Come on. Load. Organizing concept groups. It's just spinning. But on this right panel, you'll see they'll actually group them into nice little groups. But we have a little workaround we can do here. So the basic gist is this. We want gifts for daughter-in-law, definitely. So I'm going to actually copy this one. I'm just going to open up a little notepad. What I'll do is I'll paste that in there, because that is definitely a keyword that I want to target. And then the next one is, Amazon. So we'll go like this. Keywords to target. And then we'll do this. negative keywords. So we do not want our ads showing for these. And what are we going to put? Amazon, Etsy, eBay, any big stores, right? We just don't want them, if they're searching for something on Amazon or Etsy or eBay into Google, we don't want to show our ad because they have something in mind already. So we're going to exclude our particular ad from that option. All right, so birthday gifts. I guess, you know, the other side of the coin is we could leave Amazon in there because if they're searching for something on Amazon, it's just the shipping times. We could just show it anyway if we wanted to, and then maybe ours is better, so they're not going to buy it from Amazon, they're going to buy it for us. Personalized. So if somebody's looking personalized, we can't do much for them right now. So let's go here. And then Mother's Day gift from mother-in-law to daughter-in-law. Hell yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Definitely want to target that. New daughter-in-law gifts. Well, yeah, because that's wedding right there. I want you to just find 5 keywords for now. Wedding gift for son and daughter-in-law. Gift for daughter-in-law on wedding day. So the reason, again, that I'm doing this is we can't get this laser targeted with Facebook ads. We can't. There's no direct way to target a mother-in-law who's looking for a gift for her daughter-in-law. But there is a way to do it with with Facebook or with Google. Daughter-in-law mug, great gift for future daughter-in-law's bridal shower. Ooh. Low volume, but still. That's a long one. Birthday, future daughter-in-law gifts. That's got a little bit more volume. So I'm not gonna target this one. Well, actually, I might. Okay, so I went over my 5, I went to 6. There's more in here. Copy there. Some of these will have low search volume. I'm finding so many good ones. Wedding gift. Where was that? Did I get this one? Bridal shower. So I said 5, and now I'm going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll only get 10 just to make it nice and round. Daughter-in-law gift necklace. Well, holy cow. Guess what we're selling? A daughter-in-law gift necklace. Okay, so we got 10. That's a good start. So move that over. We'll come back to that. Oh, sorry about my dog. She sees somebody barking or walking by. It's her territory. She freaks out. All right, so we've got that. Now what we're going to do is go into tools and settings, and we're going to go to conversions. And you'll see under conversions, you might not have anything in here. We're going to click plus, and then we're going to do this one, import. Okay, import from Google Analytics. Continue. Now, what we want to import is our you've imported one. I want to import more. All website data. It's not showing yet. Did I save that? Yeah, it's saved. So let's go back here. Why aren't you importing? Okay, I might have to go to my linked accounts. Settings, no, that's billing. Conversions, where's my linked accounts? There it is, linked accounts. So what I might do here is go to details. And is it showing in here? There's one goal showing. Okay, let's unlink it for a sec. And then maybe it'll pull in the rest of them. Okay, so now go, sorry, you guys won't have to do that. Conversions, plus, import Google Analytics, continue. Okay, so you'll get this message. This is better. So we want to link accounts. And then this is the one. Well, there's a -1 on the end. Let's go here. $706, just checking. Okay, so I'm actually going to go to Shine On, put it in exactly like this. I need the -1 on the end. So if I hit reload here, there it is. So now I can edit it. Just click it. Then I can go to here. So I need the -1 apparently. There. Save. Good. And now let's go back here to Google. And auto tagging is turned off, that's fine. So that is the one. And then hit link. And then link all web data, import site metrics, save. That should say linked in a second. And then we will go back here. Pseudos and conversions plus. Sometimes you gotta reload here. There it is. Yay, we got it. Okay. So we want to import this one. Import and continue. Done. There. So now we've just connected that one that we did in analytics to our Google Ads account so that we can use it for tracking. And Shine On will use that code on the checkout page. So we can actually view analytics too for Shine On from our main home dashboard. We can see users and sessions and bounce rate and duration and all these other fun stuff, real-time stuff. We're here, real-time overview. We can look at people who are on there right now. So it's all connected to Shine On, but that's good. So we've got it there. Now let's go back and create our actual campaign. So let's go, this is what your dashboard is going to look like. So we're going to go to campaigns right here. Then we're going to hit the plus sign, campaign, new. And in here, we've got a whole bunch of different options: sales, leads, website traffic, product brand consideration, brand awareness and reach, app promotion. I'm actually going to do this, create a campaign without a goals guidance, mainly because this is going to give me access to every option that they have. So I click that, and now I can go, you can see the types. There's search, display, shopping, video, app, smart, discovery. Smart is actually one that we can get into, but that's pretty advanced. And you need a lot of sales to have a smart campaign running. So let's go search. And then let's go website visits. Now we need the URL. So what's the URL we're going to use? Right here. I go to this one, view in store. There's my URL. Oh, they actually got some new mock-ups too. That's cool. Nice. Right on. Cool. So for me, if this were my page, I would get rid of this. I would get rid of this bestseller thing because you know it's baloney. I would have this, and then I would have this part right here where all this stuff is. I'd get rid of this. I'd leave the price. I'd select the style. I'd get rid of this hurry, we sell it frequently. Like it's just, it screams like rookie. I don't like this. I don't like these images. The sales page is not doing it for me, but I really like the product. So, and if you check it on a phone and you have images loading, like a whole whack of them, it's going to load super slow. So one thing you can do too is check your page and go like this, copy. If you want to see how fast the page loads, you can test it. I wonder what I am in queue. 297. Okay, I'll leave that running in the background. But let's go back to our campaign. Anyway, put the URL in. Continue. Now the campaign name, you just put in, you can number them still. So I just like to put the date. Oh, it's July 1st. Hey, happy Canada Day. I have fireworks to light off tonight. All right, and we'll go daughter-in-law from mother-in-law. Then we'll go like this, so we know who it is. Do SH for shine on. All right, and now networks, we're going to remove the display. We're not going to include search partners, and then we'll go to show more settings. And we've got, we could put in a tracking template if we wanted here, but we don't need it. Targeting, we're just going to do USA to start. And so we don't need a language really, but it defaults to English. Now under audiences, there is targeting or observation, but we're going to do keywords in a second. So let's actually leave that up. Don't need that right now. Budget, I'm going to run it at, well, let's go 50 a day. Now you can do a lot lower if you want. You'll just move slower. That's all. Now bidding. When you click this, we should have all our options here. So conversions, conversion value, clicks, impressions, set a target cost per action, or select a bid strategy directly. To keep it simple, here's even more, right? I'm going to go manual cost per click to start. Eventually, I'm going to shift it to either target CPA or maximize conversions when I have sales, but I don't yet. So I'm going to do max manual CPC. This little tick box, help increase conversions with enhanced. That means they're gonna set your bid higher, so it's not like it's manual anymore. It's like it's semi-automatic, and I don't want that. I want full control because I'm gonna set the bid that I want. If I'm not getting traffic or if I'm not at the first page bid, I'm going to be in charge of increasing the bid up to a certain cap. Otherwise, I mean, I could end up spending like 18 bucks a click, and I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna put a definite cap on that. So start with manual CPC just to be safe, and you only pay when somebody actually clicks your ad. That's a very cool part about Google AdWords. So show more settings. So here's the part where we actually are going to hook it up to our daughter-in-law pixel from Google Analytics. So I click this, and you see it says use account level, but we don't want that because that's going to include every conversion I have in there. So I want this one, and I'm going to put select, and there's my daughter-in-law, and I'm going to click save. So now it's only going to run it with this one, daughter-in-law checkout. So that's a little trick for doing it. If you have, if you just have one conversion for Shine On, that's actually fine too. But I just narrowed it down a little bit more, just to show you guys a little trick for importing. But you could just have one across the whole account. So in analytics, you could just create one purchase pixel and then import it into your Google Ads account and then run that for all your stuff for Shine On. You could do that too. There's no optimization or anything that takes place with a pixel on Google Ads. So I might be doing overkill here, but I just want to show you guys like how I run it. And now for the schedule does actually work, but we're going to leave it all day and best performing. And then all these extensions we can put in, but we're not going to right now. So I'm going to click save and continue. And now we're going to set up an ad group. And this is going to be our test ad group. So let's call it test ad group. Or let's call it test. Default bid. All right, let's set a default. So let's go 2.01. And now here, they pulled in a whole bunch of ideas for my page, right? And actually, I wonder if there's some good ones in here. Not bad, but I've already got my own. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna delete all these. I'll just do Control-A, delete. And then remember my little research I did prior over here. So these 10 are gonna go in here. Paste. Now, there's broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Right now, I don't know what's what. I don't know what's going to work. I don't know what's not going to work. So I'm going to put 10 in there, but I'm going to put them on broad match. And I'm going to probably pull in some, it's going to show some search terms for things that I don't want. And that's where I'm going to add those terms to my negative keyword list. which I'll show you how to do in a second here too. All right, so right now, just leave it at that as broad. If we find one of these is popping out, then we'll take that keyword and we'll put it into its own ad group on like broad, phrase, and exact, and like broad match modified. So for now, keep it simple. Set your default bid and add your 10 keywords. I got 10. And then I'm just going to hit save and continue. And now remember, this is Google search. So people are seeing this when they search for my keywords on Google. So if I go to example, let's go to Google. I'm going to get Canadian results. But look at this, gifts for daughter-in-law, Amazon. Unusual gifts for daughters, give her a masterclass. Whoa, that's an angle. Masterclass is like a course site. Crazy. Etsy, of course. Gift advisor. So those are all ads. And this is where we're competing with these guys. So we might start showing down here. Unique gifts. I don't know why they're doing daughter-in-law, but see, these ads are not really standing out. Even these ones. Shop, tools, gadgets, hardware, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to make ours, our ad copy is going to be so much better than any of these because we can write better than this. So let's go back here and let's put the headline. Daughter-in-law gift. This is it. Wait. You only have 30 characters. Stop your search now. You have found the best one. So see what I'm doing? All these guys, Amazon's like not even trying. Masterclass, unusual gifts for daughters. That's cool. That got my attention. Give her a masterclass. But then down here, there's nothing. Daughter-in-law gift, Etsy.com. Like these are all generic set up from like a feed. This guy is trying to do keyword stuffing, but at least he tried. Like gifts for daughter, curated from trusted online stores, best gifts of 2020, handpicked gift ideas. He just put gifts in there a million times, but look at mine. Daughter-in-law gift, stop your search now. You have found the best one. Like, tell me you're not going to click that over theirs. Give me a break. Okay, we have the, now on down here, I'm not gonna put it in capitals. We have created the best daughter-in-law gift on the planet for you to give to her. Check it out now, and she will love it. Check it out now and get her one today. She will love this for her wedding day. Yeah, it rhymed. Excuse me. That's cool, right? Okay. Save, done, and create next ad. We're going to create 2 ads. So let's go like this. I wonder if I can fit it. Daughter-in-law. Ooh, it fits. Ooh, hello. Search. No. Twitter, my friend. You have found the best. Wait. We have the best, the ultimate gift here. Ooh, that fits. Right on. Created the best daughter-in-law on the planet to give to her. Go ahead and get her one of these beautiful necklaces and cards today for her wedding. There. Tell me my ad copy is not way better than theirs. All you got to do, the secret, there is no secret. Just speak to them like you're talking to your friend. That's it. Save and continue. So all of my keywords will fit with that ad copy. And I know that you can do keyword insertion and all that stuff, but we don't even really need to. So at 3 clicks a day, 222. Okay, so I might have to increase my bid. That's fine. And they're saying create at least 3 ads in your campaign to improve performance and add extensions. We can come back and do that later. Let's click publish. We just want to get this up and running. And now, so we've got that published, that's fine, but we're not done. So let's go to up here, we're going to go to tools and settings. And then we need rules, first of all, and then we need a negative keyword list. So whatever we want to do first is fine. Let's find negative keyword list. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to create a negative keyword list. I'm going to call this one daughter-in-law. Then in here, I'm going to put in my Amazon, Etsy, eBay, personalized, customized to start. Okay, and I'm going to click save. So I've got a keyword list called daughter-in-law. Now I'm going to go back to my campaign, which is somewhere in here. Campaigns. And it's this one. And then in here, I'm going to go to keywords. I'm going to go negative keywords. I'm going to add it. So I'm going to go plus. And look at this. So I can add them directly, or I can use the list. So the reason I use the list is I can update this list, and as I have more and more daughter-in-law stuff, I don't have to come back into each individual campaign. I can run the same keyword list to all my daughter-in-law campaigns, so it saves me some time. There we go. So that, and then you can click it, and you can see what's on it, right? Click the X, you're back. Go back, you're back to here, to negative. Okay, so that's how you add the negatives, and you're going to control that through here, tools, negative keyword lists, right there. And then I can edit, and I can add anything I want, and you can see you can apply it to campaigns right here too. It's very cool. Okay, so that's a little tip for you. The other tip is devices. We're going to go to this. Now you're going to see a whole bunch. Well, let's go to campaign level. Let's go back to campaigns. And let's go to devices here. So that's my teacher one. But I just want to go into one campaign. There. Okay. So go into the campaign, go to devices. Now you got computers, phones, and tablets. The cool part about AdWords is the bulk of your traffic is going to come from mobile, but it's not the most profitable. So we're going to click that little edit thing, and we're going to click decrease the bid by like 30%. Okay. Then you're going to have tablets. They're not bad, but we're still going to decrease the bid by a little bit more than a phone. Because ultimately, people who are on AdWords, Google Ads, are on a desktop computer. So we're going to leave that bid the same. But this, across the whole campaign, it's going to decrease the bid automatically for phones and tablets. So that's a neat little trick to help you out. Demographically too, we can go like this. And we know that if it's a daughter-in-law gift, we kind of don't want the younger people to even see this because they don't really have a daughter-in-law. So we're going to exclude. Okay, now I'm at the campaign level, remember, when I'm excluding this. So we've got 45 and up, and now gender. I know that men are not going to buy this because it's from the mother-in-law to them. So I'm going to leave unknown on because sometimes you don't know. But ultimately, I want females 45 plus. That's what I just did. Okay, very cool. What was the last thing I was going to do? Oh yeah, finally, we're going to go to tools and settings. And we're going to go to rules. Now, remember, Facebook has rules. Well, Facebook didn't just magically invent rules. They actually copied off Google Ads. So we're going to create some rules too. So let's go plus new rule. And we're going to run these rules at the keyword level. Okay, so these are keyword rules. And the option is this, pause the keyword. And we're going to apply it to keywords in selected campaigns. And now we're going to select our campaign and done. So it's in this campaign, and then the condition is this. If spend, or in this case, cost, is greater than, so we make $35 a sale, so we'll say to get a sale, we'll spend 25 bucks to get a sale. If you spend $25 and your, actually not performance, conversions, is less than 1, meaning 0, turn it off, okay? So pause keywords, if it's spent $25 and didn't get a sale. Now the frequency, you can see here, we've got once, daily, weekly, monthly. So I'm going to do daily at, let's start with noon, using data from all time. So that's going to be rule number 1. So I'll call this daughter-in-law Dill. Such a child. Rule number 1, turn off keyword if, so we're going to use our terms, cost is greater than 25 and conversion is less than 1 lifetime, but this is only going to run at 12 o'clock p.m. I'm going to hit Control A, Control C. I'm going to save that rule. And then I don't want it to just run once a day. I actually want to run it twice a day. So I'm going to go keyword rules again. And we're going to do a pause. And here we're going to do keywords in selected campaigns. There's our daughter one, done. And then we're going to add the same condition. Cost is greater than 25. And conversions is less than 1, meaning 0. This one we're going to run daily, but this time we're going to do it at 12 o'clock a.m. So let's go, midnight, using lifetime data. So there we go, rule number 2. So rule number 2 for Dill, 12 a.m. Save. All right, so that covers us. So now there's not going to be any keyword in our ad group that's going to spend over $25 without getting a sale. It just won't be able to run. These rules are vital, especially when you've got a whole bunch of these campaigns running. So now let's do a rule that says on the keyword, if it got a sale, we want to make sure it's profitable or like, at least breaking even. So let's pause the keyword. If keywords in selected campaigns, daughter-in-law, done. And now here we're going to do conversions. So we're going to say it got a conversion. So conversion value is greater than 0. And the cost per conversion, we'll say it is greater than our break even, 35. Then we'll turn it off. Now we'll run this every day. And let's run it at noon every day. And now you can run this at noon and midnight too. But I'm just going to run it once a day. So this is rule number 3. This is noon. Turn off keyword if if conversions this time is greater than 1. And cost per conversion is greater than 35. So if it's not breaking even anymore, shut it down. There, that's our 3 rules I will use. Those 3 ones are very good, and they're at the keyword level. So when I go back here to my campaigns, I'll go campaigns, then I click into this one, and I can see my keywords here. These are all the keywords in my campaign. So you can see on the right, there's the cost and the conversion and the cost per conversion. These are the columns that we care about the most. Now, when you come in here, one other thing, if you set it up and you're not getting traffic, then first go in here to your ads and make sure that they're approved, because these are under review. These should approve pretty quickly. Second, go to your keywords, and you might see something that it doesn't meet the first page bid. So you can edit this maximum cost per click to go to the first page bid, okay? So we're basically giving all these 10 nice little tests. There's 10 in there. If 10 of these spend 25 bucks, that's 250 bucks. Okay, that's why I say like go with 5 or even 4. If your test budget is $100, then you're gonna go with 4 keywords at $25 each, because 4 times 25 is 100. If your test budget is $50, you're probably gonna go with 2 keywords in here, because 2 times 25 is 50. See how that works? So the more you spend in your testing, the better your chances are of finding a winner. But this is not Facebook ads. This is different. People are actually searching for this stuff. So the last thing I'm going to show you is here, search terms. This is the golden area of Google Ads. Right in here, you will actually see exactly what people are typing into Google when your ad shows, and you'll see if it worked or not. You'll pull so many golden nuggets out of here. It's insane, just crazy. Okay, so search terms is also where we find negative keywords. So if we see people searching for like personalized wedding necklace for my daughter, then we don't really want that in there. So we're going to add the word personalized to the negative keyword list for the daughter-in-law, and then that'll put it on the campaign. Now, last thing I'm going to show you is this, and this will help you, because we're going to actually, we still want to run on Facebook. I'm not going to show you Facebook today, but I am just going to hook something up here. Let me load up my, see if I got any sales. See Gearbow. Yes, making money. Okay. Let me go here, pull one of these to a new window. Okay, so this is a PPC Coach one. I'm going to go to my wife one. And actually, no, let's do it this way. Let's go ads. I want you to create a pixel in Facebook for your daughter-in-law niche. Okay, so business settings. Then we'll go data sources, pixels. And I want you to create a daughter-in-law pixel. Now I have one, but I'm going to create a second one just to show you how to do it. So we're going to go add, and we're going to name it daughter-in-law pixel. So I'll name it that. Okay, I don't need this website. I'm going to click continue. Now at this stage, you can just add or manually add the code, blah, blah, blah. Continue. We don't need any of this. Cancel. Fine. Now I'm going to hit reload on this page. And you can see there is my daughter-in-law pixel. I'm going to click it. All I need right now is this. Now, secondary, when you want to actually run this, you do have to add people and add assets. So add people is adding you to the pixel. So I'll add myself. So I'm going to add myself as an admin sign. This way I can use my Facebook ad account with it. And then add assets is adding your ad account to it. So if I go add assets, then I go add accounts, and I want to add automated teller machine to that pixel, I'll do it. Done. So now I can use this pixel with my automated teller machine account. Okay. But the key is this: copy this number to the clipboard, go to Shine On, back here. Okay, now we're going to turn on the Facebook pixel, and I'm going to add it. Save. So what I just do, think about this. People are searching Google, or like I can't really target daughter-in-laws on Google, on Facebook, right? Because there's no direct way to target a mother-in-law looking for a gift for a daughter-in-law on Facebook. So how the hell do you run that on Facebook? This little pixel thing is going to be running on your page here on Shine On. Okay, so this page, if I reload, is right there. Daughter-in-law pixel. Ooh, view content, it's running. So this pixel is gathering data for people who are viewing this. So I can then take this pixel and I can create custom audiences, I can create lookalike audiences based on this, and then I can run ads in my Facebook ad account. And I know that they're mother-in-laws that are looking for gifts for their daughter-in-laws because I got my data, all my feed, my starting up data, my seed data is coming from Google Ads. So what I just showed you is a way that you can target very difficult niches with Facebook ads, but the step in front of it is using Google Ads. So I got a little advanced on you, but I hope you guys understand what I'm doing there. Okay, so right now, we're actually running everything in here, but all of this traffic from this campaign is going to this page. And I know in order for my ad to even show that they typed in these keywords. And I know that demographically, I'm only targeting women who are 45 plus. So women 45 plus with these keywords, I am 100% sure that they're looking for a gift for a daughter-in-law, and I know that they're a mother-in-law. So I can now gather data here on the Facebook pixel, and then later I can go into my Facebook ad account and I can start running ads, and I know it's a mother-in-law looking for a gift for a daughter-in-law. Okay? Nobody has ever showed that before, but I just showed you a huge, 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 huge tip. That's a golden nugget of all golden nuggets right there. Okay, so actually in the next one, I think I'll show you how to use that data from that you're gathering now in your Facebook ad account and run my new method in the next training. I'll do that. So if you guys are still with me, give me a one in the chat box if that's cool, if you're ready to go. I know it's a ton of stuff, but just go through the replay and pause it as you're going. Give me a one if you're still awake. Everybody there? Good, good. Awesome. I actually think this one will sell. And I just came up with this one off the top of my head. So it just shows you that you don't have to get super fancy with this. But the question people always ask me is, how the hell do I target a mother-in-law who's trying to buy a gift for a daughter-in-law on Facebook? Well, you don't. You use Google to build up your custom audience, which then you can build lookalikes, which then you can you can now run ads left, right, and center on Facebook without even bothering with detailed targeting. You're just going to use custom audiences and lookalikes. So it's gold right there. All right, hope you guys like it. So what should the Shopify store be for thank you? For you, you can use content IDs. If you're on Shopify, you have content IDs for each product. So instead of where I put in Google Analytics, I put the thank you, you could put, if it contains the Shopify content ID, I believe. Shopify also has direct integration with Google Ads too. So it's actually a little bit easier on Shopify to do it. So look that up in there. I'll show you. All right, I'm going to close that off. I'm going to post a replay. Hope you guys got a ton of value out of this one. I know you guys are going to make money with this because now you have the tools in order to target anything you want on Facebook by utilizing Google Ads first. So just a wicked little step that I think you guys are going to like. Post in the forums when you get your first sale because it'll be coming this week. And now, how do you scale and how do you manage? Well, we're going to add in Facebook ads next week, and we're also going to show you how to scale on Google Ads next week. Okay, but for now, just make sure you set up those rules so they're shutting things off, and we'll start there. We'll just walk before we run, and we need a winning product first too. So there you go. Everybody have a great day, and we will talk to you next week, and we'll see you all in the forums. Hey everybody, welcome to the third webinar in the Wedding Season Challenge. So this is, I'm just going to pull up my thing here and make sure I can see everybody. If you can hear me okay and see my screen, just give me a 1 in the chat box there. Everybody up and Adam, good, good. Awesome. All right, and the usual, where's everybody calling in from? I'm in London. It's super hot here. It's like a heat wave. It's like 90 or more, like even got up to 100 one day Fahrenheit, which was super hot. So where you guys living? Arizona, Singapore. I've been raining all day. That sucks. That's not fun. Yeah, we've been going through a massive heat wave. It's unbelievable. Even I've got a pool out back and the water's hot. Like it's not even refreshing to go dunk yourself in it. So got to put ice cubes in there or something. Okay, so I'm going to dive in. Sorry for the slight delay on the start there. I was just trying to figure out my headset because apparently my microphone was muted. So let's go in here. I'm going to pull this over for a sec because I want to look at the one that we ran on Shine On in the last webinar, which is this. So I didn't get a sale, and I'll walk you through what's going on here. I do not like this landing page at all. I think it's awful. and I'm not going to sugarcoat it anymore. This is just, they're trying to mimic Etsy too much, and they're not setting things up for paid traffic with the Shine On platform. So I am working on them, but it seems to be falling on deaf ears. So what I would like to see, and I'm going to pick this apart. I love the headline here. This doesn't need to be here. The product, this little thing, unique, one-of-a-kind gift, not sold in stores, ships from USA, that does not need to be here. Because when I sell worldwide, I can tell you, they do not care that it ships from the US. The only people that care are people in the US. And even in the US, not everybody cares. So if I were running this, I would get rid of all this section, and I would move my text, this, I would put it right here. Okay, so it's hurting conversions, and I don't know who they're listening to or what they're running it on, but I know from my own data that it's hurting conversions. So this little gimmick here with the save $20, 29%. I would get rid of that. It's too gimmicky. This little Visa, MasterCard, PayPal thing, that's fine, but that can actually go on the checkout page. So this whole section here, I would just get rid of that. Select your style, I mean, we need that. That's fine. Add to cart, fine. But the add to cart, when you're on a phone, on mobile, you have to check this on your phone too. It's got to be above the fold, or it's got to be sticky to the bottom. This part I really don't like. Hurry, we sell it frequently. It screams like gimmicky scam type site. The other thing I do not like is this is highlighted. I don't want this at all in there, so I would remove this. The shipping stuff too, like that's fine, but shipping is not the priority thing. Like this should be buried somewhere else. The part I really do not like at all is this distraction on the side here. Like, okay, so this is a daughter-in-law necklace, and they're showing reviews for all necklaces. So future wife, I don't even know what that is. It's too distracting, and I don't need it because it's got nothing to do with my product. And when you hit show more, yeah, that's nice. Oh, show more, great. But I don't want this on my page at all. I really don't. So all they've done is taken this style of necklace and they've attached it to my product, but my product isn't wife or future wife, so it's confusing to people. I don't like it. I wish they would get rid of this. The bottom part is fine, but the other thing is up here. They've got click here to help. So you click it and then make a call, whatever, that's fine. But the good part is there's not as many traffic leaks as there used to be. The bad part is I don't think it's set up well at all for conversions. I don't like this setup. It makes me want to like open up my own store so I can do it the way that I know converts better. And if you want to see proof, okay, so let's go to our pixel. So remember I put the Facebook pixel on there? So here's my view content. I had 180 people view it. And then I had only 4 down here. This other thing, this time on page thing, I don't know who's advising them on this, but come on, like that's a little extreme, and I don't think we need that, and I think it's slowing down the page load time. Oh, which brings me to another thing here. Let me just open this in a new tab. The other reason I don't think it's converting is right here. I'm going to go to, unless I fixed it, GT metrics, and I'm going to show you this page load. So it might be, there's a bunch in the queue, 403 jobs. Okay, I'll just leave that running in the background, but that's the page load time. So the more pixels you have firing, and especially ones that are firing like every 2 seconds, I think the pixel load slows it down big time. And I don't care how long somebody's been on the page, like 30 minutes, 5 minutes, like that's not something I would ever use. I don't know, they're getting advice from somebody and I don't know who. Anyway, here's the key. I had 182, where's my view content? See, there's so many stupid pixels on here. I lost it now. Oh, right here, view content was 182. So you would think, let me pull up my calculator. If I have 182, I would figure that at least, I would say 6-7% would add to cart. So we'll go 6.5. I would have at least 11 add to carts. Out of that, I would probably have, I don't know. Let me see here. Just taking some numbers off my other one. Oops, 315 by my, yeah, about 38%. Okay, well, I lost my calculator. So if I have 11 add to carts, I think it was 11.34 times about 38% would buy from that. Oh, that was the wrong one. 11.34 times 0.38. I should have about 4 sales. So on 182 people viewing it, I should have about 4 sales. Okay, because my conversion rate would be about 2 or 3%. of the page views, called 2.5. Yeah. So I should have about 4.5 sales on this, and 4.5 sales at like what was it, 35? I think I make. That would be like $159. So that would give me some kind of traction. Because I have 0 sales on 182 and 4 add to cards, that means there's something wrong. There's something wrong with either my design sucks, which could be, but I'm finding this across a lot of the message cards that I'm doing with Shine On, and I personally believe it's because the landing page stinks. I don't like their landing pages right now, and I'm going to talk to Eric and see if we can do something, even if he can put me on my own split test where I can set up the page. I would love that, because I think I could blow away the numbers he's doing on the conversions there. So let's see. Oh, it's still backed up. So let's go in here. So I spent way too much, $234, and didn't get a sale. Now, here's the other thing. I've got a lot of data though that I can use, and I'm going to show you how you can use the data too. So let's go to the campaign, which is this one, July 1st. Yeah. So going into the campaign, if I go to all, you'll see that here's the one that I set up. I set up a test, and it spent just 29 bucks basically. So let's go in here. Oops. And for some reason, go to all. So we dumped in a bunch and we put them in broad match, and that produced no sales. So what I did then is I switched to single keyword ad groups, just to see if I could, based on the search terms from this, if I could pull out any keywords that were working and put them into their own ad groups, because that's basically the steps that I take. So if I go back here, I can go to search terms, and you can see exactly what people are looking for in this column. So it's gift for daughter-in-law, birthday gift for daughter-in-law. So it's not a birthday gift, so I didn't want that. So I actually put birthday onto my negative keyword list. How much to spend on daughter-in-law birthday? So I was getting a ton of birthday traffic and baby shower, but what I really wanted is wedding day, right? So anything to do with wedding, that's where I was aiming. If you just do like present ideas for daughter-in-law or push present for daughter-in-law, I was spending money there. A push present is like when they're pregnant and they're having a kid. So I added those keywords to the negative keyword list. So actually, I'll show you that. So I have a daughter-in-law negative keyword list. And on here, I put Amazon, birthday, customized, eBay, Etsy, personalized, and push. So I got rid of all those. And then it actually started to get more clicks because it was a little bit better. Let's go back here. It was a little bit better targeting because I was excluding people who are looking for birthday gifts and push gifts and what was the other one? Baby shower gifts, because this is a wedding gift. So that was one thing I ran into. Need to narrow that down. If I go back to genders, demographics, and then genders. For some reason, oh, am I not in it anymore? There. Don't have any entries, eh? Come on, Facebook. Go back here. Campaigns, make sure I'm in here. Daughter-in-law. I don't know why this isn't coming up. All time. Should be coming up there. Well, anyway, I saw that it was showing to males too, so I excluded them. And age-wise, it was showing too young, so I actually excluded the younger ages as well. So what I ended up with on here in the ad groups, if I go all enabled, you can see I wound up with these. These are single keyword ad groups. And if I go into like this one, you can see it spent 42, daughter-in-law wedding gift. But if you look at it, I have broad match, exact match, well, broad match modified, exact match, and phrase match. So the broad match modified got 20 clicks and spent $31, whereas the exact match got 8 clicks and only spent $10.90, and the phrase match didn't spend anything. So what I did is I turned that one off, and I turned that one off, And I could have kept this running if I had more faith in the actual landing page, but I don't. So that's why I turned off the campaign. So you're thinking, okay, well, you just wasted a whole bunch of money. Way to go. You don't know what you're doing. But I'll tell you one big takeaway that you can have from this. I put my pixel on the landing page, right? So when I go to Facebook, this pixel now has data. Now it doesn't have very much, but it's got 182 view contents. So what I can do is I could create an audience based on the view content. It's only got 4 add to carts, so it's not really enough. But I could create a view content custom audience as well as an add to cart custom audience, and I could run this on Facebook in its own campaign. So remember, targeting on Facebook for daughter-in-law is very difficult. So creating that custom audience and then creating lookalikes based on a custom audience means I've now given Facebook a little bit of a head start based on my data that I bought from Google. Okay, so I mean, I'm not going to do it for this one because the message card didn't work. But what I will do is I will create like a necklace on Gear Bubble in the daughter-in-law niche, and I'll use this view content custom audience and then create lookalikes based on this view content custom audience to run on Facebook. So speaking of which, let's shift gears for a sec. I'm going to go and I'm going to show you my new Facebook ad method here too. So let's go here, and then I'll show you how I'm using it on a winner that I did find. Like, I don't just go with losers. I do find winners. So I'm going to go here into the wedding challenge, and I'm going to put this. We're going to show you guys a new method today that I've been testing, and it's been working very well. And there are different levels that you can do it at. So I'm going to put it into a post here so that you guys can see it and you can use it without having to go back through this. So we'll go live. Well, I'll call it the Sabo method for Facebook ads. So I'm just going to literally type this out as we go. So this is a method that I kind of stumbled on. I was setting up some campaigns using my CBO method, my old CBO, the reinforcement one, which is one campaign, campaign budget optimization. It was $100 a day. Then I had a whole bunch of rules attached to it. So the rules would like turn it off if it didn't get an add to cart at like 15 spent. Then it would turn it off if it didn't get an add to cart at 30 spent. Then it would turn it off if the ROAS was dropping below 2. So I had 3 basic rules that I attached to it. What I did was I created a set of new campaigns, but I forgot to turn on campaign budget optimization. And instead of setting the budget to $100, it went down to $20 by default at the ad set budget optimization. So I ran it because I didn't really check it because I don't know why I didn't check it, but it worked. So I ran it on an engaged necklace and it worked very, very well. So I was like, ooh, just stumbled onto something new. This is cool. It's just a variation of the reinforcement method. So this is a method that I've been using for the past couple of weeks and it's working very well. So I'm going to show it to you guys. So it basically stands for this. I'll put the Sabo method. And then it stands for single ad set budget optimization. So that means that we have one, well, we're using, instead of campaign budget optimization, we're using ad set budget optimization, which is basically, this is the old ad set budget level that everyone is used to. And then it works, this works much the same as the old, I won't call it old because I do still use it, reinforcement methods, but with ad set budgets instead of campaign budgets. So here we go. The setup is simple. It is one campaign, one ad set, one dynamic ad. That's it. So you're thinking, okay, well, I already know that one. That's fine. Now I've got a little twist here that I do. We've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So I can show you this. Beginner budgets. And then I'll show you an example of me setting it up too here. This is when you're just starting out on a test, okay? So it's $10 and it goes from testing to ramping up to scaling phases. Here we go. So first is testing phase. You're going to do $10 budget, and this is on the ad set level, okay? And remember, it's one campaign, one ad set, one ad, and then this is until you hit 100 sales on the product. Then ramping up, it's going to be $100 budget on each ad set, and this is until you hit 1,000 sales on the product. Then scaling, this is $1,000 budget, and this is like to infinity basically. I mean, to as many. Well, I'll put no sales on it. So there's within each phase, there's a budget adjustment. Then you're like, that's cool, that's a budget, but what do you do with that? So I'll show you here. I'll just type it out. So we've got that's our budgets. So the method is basically the same. It's daily. You're going to do 10 new ad sets, duplicate of your best performers, and the rules do not change. So what are the rules? Good question. Go like this. Sabo rule number 1 is turn. Now this is at the campaign level because there's only one ad set and one ad in there. And I saw a guy already. He was doing this method at $20 a day with one campaign, one ad set, and 3 ads. That's fine. You can do that. I use dynamic because it basically gives me the equivalent of 36 ads in there because it's 2 images times 2 primary text times 2 headlines times 2 descriptions times 2 buttons. So if you multiply that out, it's about 36 variations that I'm giving it. So you can do that too. You might have read that in the forums here already. So turn off campaign if spent greater than 15 and purchase is less than 1 lifetime. And then rule 2, if spent is greater than 30 and, oh sorry, this is add to cart. Purchase less than 1 lifetime. And then, so we're just checking for add to carts and we're checking for purchases. Now 15 and 30 is just my trigger points. You can adjust those. If you want to be more aggressive, go 10 and, I don't know, 20 or 10 and 25. Like you don't have to do mine. That just is giving that campaign enough. If a campaign comes out of the gate slow, it typically doesn't pick up pace later. That's what I found. So that's why I have to do 10 ad sets or 10 campaigns a day now, because a bunch of them will drop off right away and only a few will last. And then those few that last will last for a long time. Okay, so that's why I have to do that. Rule number 3, and this is 12 a.m. and 12 p.m., not every 30 minutes. And this is going to be turn off campaign if purchase, so it got some sales. So we're just going to check on the ROAS. And if it drops below 2, we're going to turn it off. So that's the basic gist. So let me just make this pretty. Daily. Okay, so that's beginner. So I'm going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to show you intermediate, because you can actually pick and choose what you want to do here, how aggressive you want to be. So instead of this, instead of 10, double it. So that's 10, and then this is 200, and then this is 2,000. Okay. and then we'll do one for advanced. So you pick the level you want to go to. And so this is 50. So it starts at 50, then you bump it to 500, then you bump it to 5,000. So, and you could do 30, you could do whatever you want, but that'll just give you a basic framework that you can work with. I would start here with the $10 ones until you hit 100 sales, then you bump it up to $100 a day till you hit 1,000 sales. Then you can go to $1,000 budget. I would probably reserve the scaling for the Christmas run up, so starting in like September, October. But you can certainly get away with $100 a day budget. And then on the intermediate, if you're starting at 20 till you hit like 100 sales, then go to 200. And then once you get to 1,000 sales, then you can go to 2,000. So I have had campaigns I've run that are at 2,500 a day, even 5,000 a day. That one didn't last very long, but. And then advanced, if you want to get a lot more aggressive, you can go with 50 until you hit 100 sales, and then bump it up to 500 on the. These are on the new ad sets that you're creating, so you're not adjusting the budget on the existing ads or campaigns. You're doing a duplicate and changing the budget. Okay. And so yeah, it's daily 10 new ad sets. Duplicates are your best performers. Rules do not change. And your best ad sets are the ones that you want to add the return on ad spend column, and you want to sort it from high to low. And the ones that are getting the best return on ad spend are the ones that you want to do duplicates of. So if you have just one ad set that's doing really well, you're going to do 10 duplicates of that and schedule it to start the next day. If you have three three campaigns now that are doing really well, then you're going to do like 3 duplicates of one, 3 duplicates of another, so you're at 6, and then maybe 4 duplicates of the third one, so you're at 10. So the key is putting in 10 new ones daily. That keeps it fresh. That allows you to keep hitting a new bucket of people within your audience, which is the key to this whole thing. Because and I'll show you in a second. I'm not going to show my design, but I will show you the campaign, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. So let's go here. I'm going to post this just so you guys have it. Okay. So now I'm going to go into my account. Where is my account? I'm going to put you. Other screen. This one? Nope. This one? Okay. So let me move this over here. Find the right one. It's this. Yeah, okay. So I did find one. It's an engaged one, and I put it into its own campaign pretty much so I could demonstrate to you guys without giving everything away. Like I said, I'm not showing the actual product or my Facebook page because I'm getting copied left, right, and center here. So I had to open up a new ad account, create a couple new Facebook pages, and just to kind of stay ahead of the spies out there who like to copy everything I do. So I'll show you what was working best. As you can see, is 55 plus males, and the only targeting is engaged. So I will show you that part. So if I go into here, and then we'll look at the targeting, you can see that my targeting is United States, 55 plus men engaged. That's it. So that gives me about 120,000 people. So what I'm going to do now that I started in the US, but I'm actually going to expand that, and I'm going to go outside the US. I'm going to go worldwide now. So you're going to witness this. So when I go to my campaign, and I haven't done it yet today, I've been waiting. I usually start it a lot. Usually schedule them to start at like 12 o'clock a.m. But I'm going to start now. It's 10 o'clock a.m. I'm going to show you this. So let's do a duplicate. And then here, I'm just going to change the date to today. So all of mine are the same. So I'm not going to do I don't have to look at the stats to see which one has the best return on ad spend because I know that they're all identical. So I'm going to go 55 plus men again, but I'm going to go worldwide. I'm going to do engaged, and this is, because I'll show you the rules too. And I'm going to do the intermediate, so I'm going to do $20 a day. So I'll copy that. Actually, I don't even need to, but I can rename my ad set, my ad if I want to, but I'm really only looking at the campaign level. That's all I care about. So I do have to change this, so I might as well change it here. So I'm just going to scroll down. I'm going to see the daily is at 20. Then I'm going to go down here. I'm going to remove United States. I'm going to put in worldwide. Now, one thing I always do, just out of habit, is exclude Nigeria because they never ever work for me. There we go. So now you can see there's 470,000 men worldwide who are engaged, but I'm going to narrow it down a little bit more. I'm going to go English all. Should knock a couple off it. So it's 270,000. So I'm going to run two versions of this. I'm going to run 55 plus, and I'm going to run like under 55. So I'm going to do 5 of this, and then 5 of under 55 worldwide. So let's go dupe. I'll do 4 of these. There we go. So these are my new ones. And then I'm just going to move this over. So now I can do a duplicate. So I've got 5 ready to go, but I need 5 more. So I'm going to do a duplicate. And this is 55 plus, but I do know that men younger are buying these too. So show you how you can split it. So I will go 25 to 54. And watch the number jump here. Let's get in. So if you want to edit everything all at once, see over here on the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all selected, which will change all 5 at once. Then if I want to change the targeting, see this little 4 dot thing? Click that. Now I'm into the targeting, but it still has only my new one selected. So I'm going to paste. Oh, I didn't copy that. Let me go back here. So 25 to 54 men worldwide who are engaged. There we go. So now I have to change the age range. So it's daily is 20, starting now. Usually I'd like to start that at 12 a.m., especially worldwide because there's so many different time zones. But you can see I'm at 270 for 55 plus. So when I go younger, watch that number jump. 25 to 54. See that? Now I got 5.8 million. So the younger guys, excuse me, there are more younger engaged guys in the world versus older. But it's funny because somebody was actually posting on the forums about saying my campaigns are only targeting like older men, and I don't know why. And I responded saying that they're doing it because Facebook is finding that the older men are actually buying more. And if you think about it, the older men might have a little bit more money. They might have more disposable income, so they can afford to buy more. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now I'm going to just upload these. And I apologize if I sound funny. I got some wicked allergies going on. So we got 10 going up, and then I'm going to do the rules here in a second. Like so. And today, see what's happening. There's 1 sale so far today. If I go lifetime, you'll see that these ones are still pretty profitable. So I got $19 cost per purchase. I make 35, right? So if I go take out my calculator, 35, this is a gear bubble necklace, minus 19.03. That means I made $15.97 on this ad set profit in my pocket. So let's go, what was I doing? Oh, let's go like this so we can see them. So they'll be pending. There. So now I bumped it up to 14 total ad sets. Man, a lot dropped off yesterday. Huh. Oh, this one's at 18.96. Oh, right. The excuse me, this column. It's purchase, return on ad spend. So if you don't have it, go here and go to customize, and then just type in ROAS, and it's this one, purchase, return on ad spend, total. And then you can see I've got it set to show right here. And then you click apply. And then when you go here, you can save it. You can set as a default too, which I already did. So whenever I come in here, it's going to show me the amount spent, the reach, content views, add to cart, purchase, cost per purchase, return on ad spend, and CPM. Now, one question I get all the time is, what's the difference? Why not just use cost per purchase instead of ROAS? Well, this is based on this number, the purchases, right? So if you spend 1903 and you get one sale, then your cost per purchase is 1903. Now within here, somebody, now not necessarily this niche, like Engage, it's typically they'll buy just one necklace, but say in the dad to daughter world, a dad might have like 2 or more daughters. So he might buy one, make one order, but that order could be for 3 necklaces. So when you're looking at your ads, you'll see one purchase and you'll see the cost per purchase calculated based on that one purchase, when in reality, he bought 3. So this column would actually take that into account, because the return, instead of being like $35, it would be 35 times 3, which is like $105. So it would be 105 value instead of 35. So see the difference? That's why I've been shifting to return on ad spend. In some niches, it doesn't matter. Like if you're in the wife niche, typically a guy only has one wife, so he's only going to buy one necklace. Or the engaged niche, they only have one fiance, so they're only going to buy one. But in dad to daughter, dad to son, you can have more than one daughter, more than one son. So that's where the return on ad spend really comes into play and helps you out. Okay, makes sense? Good. So let's do the rules now. So we've got our campaign set up. Remember, I put the word SABO, S-A-B-O, in every one. So we'll go here. And we'll go automated rules. I'm just going to open that in a new tab. And hopefully it pulls up the right account here. Yeah, so I'm in my engaged one. You can see I got a couple other rules in here too, but I'm going to create a rule. It's going to be, remember we typed this out, so just you can copy and paste too. You want right from the form. So if turn off campaign, it's campaign now, not ad set. If spent is greater than 15 and add to cart less than 1 lifetime. So now, instead of applying it to all active ad sets, I want to apply it to all active campaigns. And the action is going to be turn off the campaign, but I got to search for that word, SABO. So I'll go here, and I'll go down to settings, campaign name contains. So, and then I'll go spent is greater than 15, add, and then plus. And then down here under website conversion, Facebook pixel, and its add to cart is smaller than 1. Time range is lifetime. And schedule is continuously. Now I'm showing this because Facebook changed the interface, so that's why I'm showing me doing the rules again for you guys that have seen this before. And that's it. So click, well, actually I'm going to copy this whole thing. Create. So that's rule number 1. And then I go create rule number 2. So I'll just paste it instead of typing the whole thing out again. And this is if it spends $30 without a purchase. And I'll shut it off. So again, I have to go here and go to all active campaigns, and then I gotta go to settings, campaign name contains that. And now spent is greater than 30. And oh yeah, purchases. Purchases is smaller than 1. This is lifetime. Continuously, so it's going to run usually every 30 minutes. Great. And then the last rule is going to be this. Rule number 3. And this is going to run at 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. So just twice a day. And this is going to check if I have sales, just making sure the return on ad spend is high enough. So if it falls below 2, so the purchase is greater than 0, but if the ROAS drops below 2, I want to shut off the campaign. So go here, and again, settings, campaign name, Sabo. And now I'm going to go to purchases, greater than 0. And here, I'm going to go turn on ad spend, which is right here. Smaller than 2, lifetime. But one difference, so I'm going to do a custom schedule. I'm going to select all my days. And it defaults to just running at 12 a.m. So I'm going to have it run twice a day. So I hit the plus, I'm going to go here, scroll down, 12 p.m. And then Monday, plus, 12 p.m. Tuesday, plus, 12 p.m. Wednesday, plus, 12 p.m. Thursday, plus, 12 p.m. Friday. Kind of repetitive, but it's good that you guys see the whole step. There and there. Okay, so I've got 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. That gives it enough time for the stats to update too in Facebook, because sometimes they don't update very quickly. So there's rule number 1, 2, and 3. We're good to go there. Now, what do I do if I'm just setting this up and I kind of know like which campaigns or which age range and targeting works already, then I could schedule these out. So if I wanted to come in here and say, okay, I know that 55 plus works, so I could just schedule this out to start, like today's Thursday. I could schedule Fridays right now too if I really wanted. So all I would do is go like so. Let's say I want to do these two. So I'd go select them both. Then go duplicate 5 of each. And then I can edit everything from one spot here. So actually I can't because that is not good. So if you get this, where you try and edit, but it says mixed values, then just go here and we'll do this, and we'll do, this drop down beside the edit button, find and replace. And we're going to replace 09 with 10. Then we can go to the ad sets and do the same thing if we wanted. But I'm not going to do the ads because, like I said, I'm not showing this design because I'm not showing the page it's on because I don't want to get copied because I'm going to milk the crap out of this. This is going to be an evergreen one too, even after the wedding season. This will carry right into the Christmas season for me, and I'm going to make probably at least 6 figures off this. So, I'm sorry guys, but for $50 a month, I can't give you everything. I mean, for more I could, but it would cost you. I hope that's fair. So now I just got to schedule the ad sets to start, right? So I go here, I've changed the date, I'm gonna go edit, and then I'll just change start date. So I'll go tomorrow at 12 o'clock a.m. I'm gonna upload these. So now I've got my ones for the 10th already started. So then I could go in as well, because I know that these ones work. So I'm going to schedule for Saturday too. So what this means is I could go in and set things up for like a couple days in advance. If say I'm going to the cottage for the weekend, or I'm going camping for the weekend or for the week or whatever, I can actually set up all my campaigns ahead of time to go to schedule out while I'm away. So they will start at midnight every night, and the rules will just cut off the crappy ones. So this is kind of a semi-automatic routine we've got going on. So I'm actually going to do that. So I'm going to go, I've got all 10 selected. So I can just do one duplicate of each. And then I'll just change the date, and I'll change the start date. So I'll set these to go on Saturday. Scroll up, you can see I got 10 selected. You can see it's mixed values. So I'm going to go over here, find and replace. And here I'm going to go 10 with 11. Save. Then I'll go to the ad sets. I'll edit, find and replace. 10 with 11. Save to draft. Now I'm just going to change these 10 to start on Saturday. See how fast that is? View and publish, publish. Done. So in that way, now the only problem is I don't know which ad sets work best, but because I only have 2 versions and I have a lot of data on this, I already know this niche pretty well, I know that this will work. So I'm running basically wide open. The only targeting I'm using is that they're engaged. So I know that a lot of you are digging down pretty deep into interests and all that stuff, and you certainly can. But one other caveat here, once you hit this point of 1,000 sales on any product, you can, and I'm actually going to put this in here. I'm going to edit this. I forgot to add it. Okay. Now, what can I call this? Pro tip. Once you hit 1,000 sales on any product, you can safely switch to no interest ads. That means your targeting is set to nothing. You are only going to enter the country, age, range, and gender. Your pixel will handle the heavy lifting of finding the buyers for you. Don't switch to this no targeting before 1,000 sales. You guys, some of you might be thinking 1,000 sales. I wish I could get one freaking sale. Well, you will. You will. It happens. There you go. So there's the whole method, the SABO method. So single ad set budget optimization. That's the theme of today's webinar, and as well as going through some, me whining and crying about Shine On. It's no big deal. We'll sort it out. We'll get it fixed. I'm not a fan of the current layout of that. And if you want to ever check this, then just like send it through to yourself to your phone. So go to that URL on your phone and look at it, and you can see maybe why it's not converting as well as it should. And it's just a lot of stuff on here that I don't personally like, that they do like. So it's just a difference of opinion at this point. So there's the method. It's right there. I'm going to post a replay as well. If you guys have any questions, there's a couple here. For daily, should it be 10 campaigns instead of 10 ad sets? Yeah, this method is at the campaign level. Maybe I should clarify that. Well, one campaign, one ad set, one dynamic ad. Yeah, so it's just, instead of using CBO, campaign budget optimization, we're using ABO. And instead of calling it, my reinforcement method is a single campaign, one campaign, one ad set, one dynamic ad, but that's for campaign budget optimization. This is for ad set budget optimization. And the reason I'm going back to this is originally Facebook told us all that like the February that just passed, they said that everything was going to be switching to campaign budget optimization automatically, and you had to do it. So they were going to get rid of ad set budgets. And then Facebook changed their tune, of course, and said, no, you know what? Now we're going to leave the ad set stuff in there so you guys can keep using that if you want. So it's like, make up your mind, because I spent like 6 months preparing for this switch, and then they just go, oh no, now we're not doing it. And they don't give you any other reason or anything. Like, it's just super frustrating to work with it like that. Oh, I got a question. How would you target engage people with Google Shopping? Or Google Ads. So let's go here. Very good question. So on here, if I go to, I don't know why gender's not, or the demographics isn't showing. Let's see if it's showing for anything. Here, okay. Okay, I have some gender showing. Well, there's Shino. Why wasn't that showing? Oh, now it is showing. Okay. Yeah, so you can see what I did. I was talking about earlier. The younger ages, I excluded them, and I only went 45 plus. And then under gender, I only went with female, because it's a mother-in-law buying it for a daughter-in-law. Anyway, how do you target and engage people with search ads? So we go to Tools and Settings, Keyword Planner, and then in here, we're going to see if we can come up with anything. So we'll go put in United States because it's got a lot broader base. And then we'll go, I don't even know what to type in here. We could do this. We could do the domain route. So let's type this in. Brides.com. Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right. So I don't know where to start with keywords, right? So let's go to Google and type in just got engaged. First result, 8 things to do as soon as you get engaged. Well, there's a website. So if I copy that and I go back to Keyword Planner and I go enter a domain, enter domain. Oh, start with a website. Sorry, there it is. So that's keywords. That's website. Enter your domain. We could use, I guess, brides.com. We could use the whole site. So let's get results. Let's see what comes up here. Here we go. So if we're looking at engage people, now this would probably be targeting women, because I don't think men are going to brides.com, but wedding magazines, Best Bridal Magazine, Wedding Magazine USA, Best Wedding Magazine, Wedding Planning Magazine, Bride Magazine, Brides, Weddings. Those are all keywords that you could target to target people who are engaged. So if we look at that, so we got brides and weddings, then we can go back here. Oh, let's go back. Oh, where's my back thing? Why am I stuck in here? Fine. Find refine doesn't work at all. There. Oh, sorry. Gotta click it. So now if I go back here and I type in, well, let's just type in engaged. People aren't searching for engaged though. This is the difference. This is where targeting people who are engaged and want to buy a gift is where you go like this. Let's try this. So gifts for fiance, birthday gift for fiance, gift ideas for fiance, Christmas gifts for fiance. So let's actually search Google for this, see what comes up. So gifts for fiance. So Amazon is bidding on this, and they have, now this is the difference. In Canada, this is the female version. Yes, gifts for fiance. Okay. And this with 2 E's, it's female. With 1 E, it's male. So to me, this means a gift for the male. To me, this means gift for the female. So this has gifts for a fiance on Amazon. Let's just see what they got. Just curious. Bunch of mugs, but you can get ideas this way too, right? Yes, we're engaged. Yeah. So there is stuff, but this is what you'd be bidding on. And then, of course, Etsy has it. Amazon and Etsy. Whole bunch of stuff. I'm yours, no refunds. That'd be a cute coffee mug. Get lots of ideas. Boyfriend, fiance. So you could put girlfriend, fiance with 2 E's. Future missus. You could do a custom thing. Yoda best fiance. Love you, I do. That's funny. Although that's Disney Star Wars. I wouldn't do it. They will come after you and your kids and your grandkids and their kids. I really had to stick out my neck for this birthday card. That's funny. Okay, but getting back to it. So I would be bidding on gifts for fiance. Unique gifts for wives. Hey, boring gifts, us too. Oh, cool. All right. Well, see, that one stands out to me more than the other stuff by a long shot. So when you're writing your ad text, don't look at what Amazon and Etsy are doing because they are just running it through like feeds. And they're just, it's not as good. Get lots of ideas here anyway. Anyway, that's how I target it. So you can do the website to get some ideas. Then you can do the keywords and just think of the buyer intent. So, or sorry, the person who's typing it in, what are they going to type in to find what they're looking for? So if they're looking for a gift for their bride-to-be, well, there's one right there. I just said it. Gift for bride-to-be. Gift for a future wife. Let's see what that comes up. Oh, bride-to-be. Look at that. 14,000. Oh, I think we just hit something. So just say, like, put yourself in their shoes. If I'm this person, what am I going to type? And then punch it into the keyword planner and get a whole bunch of ideas. And then what I would do now is I'd take this one, gift for bride-to-be, and I create my ad campaign, but I'm going to give you a tip here too. Create a single keyword ad group. So SCAGs is what they're called, instead of the way that I did it, because it's going to spend too much money. So if I were going for this one, I would go here. Oops. AdWords wrapper. I would plug in my keyword, gift for bride-to-be, and I wrap it. And when I scroll down, this is the one, plus. So plus gift, plus for, plus bride, plus to, plus B. And then, so it's got the modified broad match, phrase match, and exact match. This would be one ad group within my ad account. And I'd only be bidding on these 3 keywords within it. Okay? That'll help you out. Because if you go with this, gift for bride-to-be, the broad match has gotten too broad lately. So let's narrow it down. The plus means it must have those words in the keyword search in order for it to show. And then gift for bride-to-be could be a great gift for bride-to-be, or gift for bride-to-be that is yellow, or whatever on the phrase match. And then the exact match means it's exactly that they're typing in. So that's the different ones there. Oh, sorry. 10 ad sets for daily. Oh, 10 new ad sets. Okay. Oh, let me fix that. Good call. There. Good call. There. Okay. So I'm going to end it on that. I'm going to be running a second wedding season challenge here. I might throw in the evergreen in between. I don't know. No, I think we're scheduled for the wedding one, the next one. And on the next one, I'm going to focus on Gear Bubble because I'm already making money with them. And I'm just going to show you guys how to get up and running, doing necklaces and that kind of thing with them. So you can mimic the success that I'm already having. So I did find a winner. I'm very happy. I'm not revealing the design just because, like I said, I'm going to be milking this one for a long time. And when I find, it's the same thing for me for scaling. One other tip, if you do find a quote that's working, don't stop at one design. So take that quote and go to Fiverr and give it to a designer and get 5 variations of that design done up. So same quote, 5 different designs, and run all 5 at the same time. So scaling is not just scaling one campaign on Facebook or one campaign on Google. It's also scaling the design. So you take the winning quote and you do variations of that, and you just keep expanding that way as well. So you could have, I found my winning quote, right? So I can take my winning quote now, and which I have done, and I've taken it to Fiverr, and I've said, do up 5 variations of this. I want to do 2 silver hearts, 1 gold heart, and do 2 round silver ones, and let's see what you come up with. And they did, and now I'm running those ones as well in my ad accounts. Okay, so that's how you scale too. If you have any questions, post them on the forums. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of that one. There's a lot to cover, but like I said, when you hit a snag in the road, don't just give up. Just keep plowing forward, adapt, adjust, and move forward. That's what everybody's going to do. The wedding season does work. I'm going to profit nicely off just this one. And when I expand it out to more, I'm going to profit even more. So I will show you more on that in the next challenge, which is coming up. And we'll see you guys on the forums. Have a great day.